Nothing obvious to me. Possibility to raise that light stand or move it to where it's got actual line of sight.
Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome along to the 2026 Brian Green Property Group New Zealand Rally Championship. It's arrived, the first round Central Machine Hire Otago Rally, the 50th anniversary. 147 cars, 146 cars, one mechanical, so 145 cars left. Park Ferme this morning. It's all happening. We are here in special stage number 2, Waipori Road, and I'm joined by none other than the man, the myth, the legend, the apex hunter, Dylan Turner.
Since when am I an apex hunter? I don't think I hit an apex. So, yeah, well, what a ripper of a day too. I tell you what, it's a beautiful, still Otago morning. I don't think dust is going to be an issue because we've got a little breeze there. And I'm just going to apologise for my voice. I'm not sure. I think I might be going through puberty again. I don't know how it can happen. But, yeah, my voice is a bit crackly, so excuse me for that.
Yeah, so special stage number 1.
And Waipori Gorge.
Waipori Gorge, which is quite different to the rest of the stages we see across the event Otago famous, especially this Lawrence area. The roads that, like we're on here, big, wide open, fast,
cresty,
flowing. Waipori Gorge, quite the opposite.
It's in a little valley, obviously, and you're just above a river, so it's always quite damp, so you never have dust. And I tell you what, I'm not going to drop too many names, but I remember Ken Block coming up to me after doing that stage, and he said, Dylan, because we did day 1 up north, and he didn't really like those stages as much, and he said, Dylan, that is more like it. That's the sort of stages I like, and I know it's definitely one of my favourites, and I know the NZRC boys won't be too far away from queuing up to do that. I don't think they've quite gone through it yet, but it's a ripper of a stage. They're doing it uphill this year, and it's really narrow in places. Even though it's twisty, it's still really fast.
So we'll get into some results in just a second. Of course, take an opportunity to thank Brian Green Property Group, MRF Tyres, Omega Rental Cars, Cream Insurance, all these fantastic sponsors that allow us to bring you this live coverage. A slightly unique running order for the Otago Rally. The 4-wheel drive classic field, which includes our Group A challenge cars, the H6 Imprezas, like Josh Keeley. So here we see Josh Keeley
coming into view. Beauty.
Josh Keeley coming into view. Neil Woolley, first car on the road. So this is a different experience for Josh. He'll be sweeping that gravel out of the way.
Struggling in that gravel, you can see him. Just, no clear line, and gravel's hard. Like, you feel like a bulldozer, you really do.
So Josh, 5th fastest through the opening stage, 11.5 seconds behind Thomas Paul, who was the stage winner to date, and certainly in that Group A challenge class. You can just hear that H6 Impreza.
Sounds beautiful. Even though the Subi sounds brilliant, they've just got such a good note to them.
So he fires down over a single lane bridge past the Volt mobile unit.
Oh, good speed there, gee.
And then they wind their way up the hill. You'll see the caution warning boards out there as well. There's one of them that's just got a big hole on the inside of it.
The little right hand, you can see it there. It's a double caution, which does mean, look, be careful. We've had a couple of competitors in the past. Emma Gilmore, was it last year or the year before? Had it.
Year before?
Yeah, had a big issue there. Next competitor coming into view.
Yeah, Thomas Paul, Bridget Airy.
Oh, he's wide there. You can see just that heavy gravel just sucks the car out. Of course, that's going to trim up as the cars go through.
So Thomas and Bridget's taking that stage win 2.3 seconds ahead of James McIver.
How cool is that? A little bit of dust hanging around there, and that's only going to increase. Not too bad through there, of course, there's the tarmac.
Absolutely pinned up the hill.
Beautiful drone shots, coming to courtesy, obviously, of Volt TV.
Yeah, the Volt TV team doing a magic job with the live streaming. This will be James McIver, second fastest on the opening special stage.
Yeah, good start for James.
Brody Catamol alongside him. So this H6 battle, there's some really promising young guys coming through. We've seen Josh Keeley, we've seen Thomas Poole, James McIver now.
How many in total is there, BB? Do you know?
5 within the championship structure.
That's pretty good.
Unfortunately, Terry Taylor had a mechanical at the start and so didn't start today. And just listen to that. Just winding the H6 up. No
beautiful little pitch in. Past our greenie sign. Big brakes. Uphill, of course, easier to slow down. Oh, straightens nicely. Oh, he went a bit wide there. Jeez.
He just about took out the caution board, didn't he?
He did. Comes up fast, that one. Straight over that crest. You can see the crest. Like, you just don't know what's going on behind it. And that's where your safety notes are so important. And, of course, your recce.
So this is Kevin Laird and Elliot Jones. Their second year in the championship, second year working as a partnership in the H6s. They were second in the class last year to Josh Keeley.
That's right. Fantastic.
And great to see some more competition coming into that class this year. There's 4 or 5 guys that are 5 of them that are really, really promising. So it promises to be an intriguing battle across the season.
Can't wait to see how it progresses.
So that dust is certainly hanging around.
Just seems to be down the valley here. It's not so bad in the in the upper parts when you're on the top of the ridge lines. Obviously, the wind should increase. I think it's forecasted to be a bit stronger today, later today.
So how disconcerting is that as a driver, Dylan?
It puts you off. I mean, you struggle to see the apex, mate. You know. You can see it there. I mean, obviously we're zoomed out a bit, but it's that element of surprise. And as a driver, you want that confidence of a clear road. You can see it's not bad up the top there. It's going to blow off quicker than it does in the bottom of the valleys.
So James McDonald and Josh Edwards back. Great to have them back. Had a year off rallying last year. James got into it.
We're a little bit wide.
James got back into it, did the West Coast rally. Josh hasn't done any rallying for a while, and then he was crook on recce as well. Had some sort of stomach bug, but he was coming right yesterday.
Oh, no.
So
nothing worse than being sick on recce. It's a long 2 days.
Yeah, absolutely. Winding the H6 up.
Into another gear. I love the way they're pitching into that little left-hander there. Fast corner, you can see. Oh, beautiful as well. Lovely.
Not shy of throwing the car around is James McDonald.
Perfect time when you're under brakes, just to let the rear come out a little bit. It's quite a nice feeling because you can angle the car back so easily. It's that pendulum sort of effect. You know how you start a Scandi.
So in terms of those results out of the first special stage, and we shouldn't be a million miles away from the first cars finishing this stage, but it was Thomas Poole, 2.3 seconds ahead of James McIver. James McDonald, he was third fastest. He was 9 seconds back from the ultimate pace. Then Kevin Laird, another 2 seconds back, and Josh Keeley just half a second back. So those top 5 in the group in the four-wheel drive classic rally of the Otago rally, the Central Machine Hire Otago rally. Also the top 5 within the Brian Green Property Group Central Rally Championship Group A Challenge class. We see Deb Kibble.
Oh, Deborah.
And Heather Barton.
My first year I did this rally was Deborah, I remember, I think she won the Group N round that year. I cannot remember, maybe 2004?
Yeah, she was a strong contender, 2001 Group N rally champion.
Champion, that's right, yeah, I remember she was the champion. A couple of years later it was that she won this round. It was my first Otago rally. Geez, great shots. How's the Serenity?
How's the Serenity?
Hey, beautiful.
Just superb.
Just superb.
Let's get straight to the ballroom.
Straight to the ballroom, mate. We're to drop in the castle this weekend, I feel.
So we see Amy Keeley, Grant Mara. A fair bit of... So we should, if all the weather gods play their part.
Here we go.
We're going to cross to Amy's brother Josh. Sorry, a couple of user issues.
Microphone turned off, so we'll get that sorted.
So we see Amy and Grant. What a week it's been for a couple of weeks it's been for the Keeley family. They've got 3 cars running down there. Of course, Amy and Josh's grandfather, Maury, passing away.
Yes, very sad. Great man.
Yeah, take a moment to acknowledge what a great man he was and what he's done for our sport.
Huge amount, and he was the sort of man that didn't like to take a lot of, you know, he didn't like that side of it. He didn't do it for credibility or anything like that, you know.
No,
yeah,
no, it wasn't.
Awesome man, we love Maury.
So we see Brett Middleton's a name we've seen across the ditch for a number of years.
Yes.
His first visit to Otago. The H6 is the spare Keeley car, so
you've got a few cars in there.
Yeah, because Dan Andrews for both of those in the classic rally as well.
Sorry, I think we muted the mic, boys, on the way in there.
Big brakes, and he's gonna coming in. Like I say, there's your double caution. A little bit wide, but
James, how was that stage?
Very high speed. Yeah, it took a lot of commitment in there to really get the speed out of the car. But yeah, awesome stage, and yeah, looking forward to the rest of the day.
How was the dust?
It was alright for the first half, and then obviously this last half was a bit dusty. It was really dusty up Waipori Gorge, but I mean it was the same for everyone. So yeah, we'll just press on and do what we can.
Excellent. Have a good morning.
Gee, there you go. Interesting. Dusty and Waipori Gorge. So it's really dry down here, I have noticed. And I'm guessing it would have been dusty up the hill. So the last 2/3 probably was
Dusty was and Ryan Wilkinson go past, so newcomers to the H6 rallying fraternity, and hasn't that really taken off, especially down here in the South Island?
Yes, they love it, definitely. Popular way to start rallying, though. I mean, you're in proper cars. They look cool. They look the part. Sound cool.
Yep, good cost-effective way. So,
yeah.
Start. Excuse me. With the running order, we've got these 4-wheel drive classic cars coming through as a group. We then have the 2-wheel drive classics, and we'll see them slowest to fastest. So we work our way towards through the historic and classic championships, new class this year, category 6, the classic class that runs to the Otago base rules. But in the meantime, we are seeing Wayne Hoy.
Evan, how's the first 2 stages gone?
I mean, I felt like I was going good, but it looks like we're getting beaten. But that's all right. Those boys in front of us and one behind us are pretty damn fast. So I'm not like I'm pushing as hard as I want to. The fast stuff's really good in these cars. It just eats it up. So loving it.
And how's the road sweep?
I mean, the sweep's not bad. It's the dust. Even now we're catching dust on each other. So there's a few more stages later on with a bit more on it, but the sweep's not bad for now. So
excellent. Have a good morning, boys.
So dust, a talking point. That's Kevin Laird.
Yes. And of course, those expert commentator there is Paul Mallard. Not sure if everyone knows who Paul is, but one of our directors on the NZRC, the Rally New Zealand board. Chairman. Oh,
the
of
big
course
boss.
he is. Yes, big boss. Yeah. We just call him sir.
Yes, absolutely.
That one got the blood boiling, that's for sure. Fairly fast through that stage, and yeah, not bad grip around, but there's a bit of dust in the trees, so it's nice up on the tops of the wind. Yeah.
And a little bit dragging underneath, just a bit of little hit anything, or just things falling off?
What was that, sorry?
Just got something dragging underneath?
Oh, yeah, don't know. We'll find out what that is. Luckily, we've got service coming up, so wherever you look.
Excellent. Have a good morning, boys.
Thank you.
Dragging underneath that standard, Paul. We all come out dragging stuff, mate.
So we see Hayden Shakespeare, Mitsubishi Evo 3. Good to see a couple of Mitsies in the...
Yes, exactly. We've seen all Subarus so far, haven't we?
Big big shout out to Vivek, of course, the man behind MRF Tyres, the control tyre of the New Zealand Rally Championship, and pretty much not quite the control tyre of the Otago Rally in general, but man, there's a lot of cars on
A lot of competitors, of course.
On the good stuff.
Dean's flown that flag for a long, long time, and a lot of competitors using them. They're so reasonably priced, and you know, for what you get, they're a great tyre. Good lasting.
Stage one, how's that been going, the first 2 stages?
Yeah, at stage one it took a wee bit to get into. You know, didn't rev it enough, but that stage was a lot of yahooing.
Excellent, have a good morning.
A lot of yahooing.
Well, that's what it's all about, right? And especially, you know, for Dev, who's just out to enjoy a rally, not chasing any championships or anything like that, just out to do some
Have
skids.
a bit of fun. Yeah. Anyway, we're talking about those MRFs. Yeah, just a great, so many compounds you can choose from as well. So, you know, and they're just a good all-round tyre. You don't get a lot of punches on them. Good stiff sidewall, you know, so you can get some heat into them pretty quickly.
Yeah, they've been fantastic as a control tyre over the past 2 seasons. This is the 3rd season. As you talk about that durability, the lack of punches is you know, a huge thing when you've.
And it just lifts the championship into a whole more professional sort of side. You know, I mean, a control tyre. We had a little bit of, you know, feedback around whether or not it was a good idea or not. But look, I think it was a good idea. I think the tyre wars between the front-running competitors was getting a bit crazy, and it's definitely trimmed back a lot of costs. You know, for most of those front-runner guys. And the middle of the field, you know, you run on the same tyre as the you know, really fast front boys.
So that was Tom Milliken going past another of the 8.6s. We'll say that a bit in this first part of the field.
So is there about 19 in total for the whole H6 field, something like that?
Yeah,
I thought I heard that yesterday.
Yeah, they're not all H6s. So there's
20. They're not, okay.
There's 19 cars or 20 cars in that classic four-wheel drive field.
Right. That might be
which is fantastic.
Confused with.
And good morning too to Brian Green. It's a shame we don't have Greeny here, but I think we might hopefully all go well see him a little bit later in the season. But massive thank you to the likes of Brian Green Property Group, MRF Tyres, Omega Rental Cars, Insurance, for Central Shanghai for the Otago Rally, amongst a whole list of sponsors they have. That rallying does not happen without sponsors for competitors.
No, it
events.
doesn't. Yep, and we have to look after them. So, you know, it's definitely go out and buy an MRF tyre, please.
I'd recommend four. Four works a lot better.
Four's better than one. Budget costs at the moment, mate.
Yeah.
Fill your tank up and buy a tyre. Probably about the same price.
Yeah. All right, so that was Ian Elliott that went past us. Next up should be Nathan Fraser, and that's the WRC lookalike, the big guards, the 22B style.
Cool
sort
looking
of
car. Yes.
Man, they call him Flipper. I don't know if that's really a nickname you want as a rally driver.
No, it's not.
As he works his way over the bridge. Just a couple of things going on in the background.
Might have lost our cameras a little bit here, team, so just bear with us. Oh, no, we're back. Coming up the hill.
So there we go, he works his way up. We just want to make sure that we don't end up with drone battery changes while we're into that scene. And Colin Cole, so his second visit to Otago came last year, got hooked, and leased this car to come down again, join the H6 fun.
Yeah, definitely an easy rally to get hooked on. I had a couple of past competitors already message me this morning, sounding like there's a bit of FOMO going on. I must admit, I'm sitting here and I've got a little bit of FOMO too, mate.
think Dale Budge has got a bit going on too. He's deserted us for the weekend, and the texts are coming through thick and fast.
Yes, he's watching men play with balls. But basketball. Of course, motorsport, slightly different. We have two.
Absolutely. Definitely takes two of them to be at the, well, no,
At
it
the
doesn't,
pointy
because
end? Any end.
It doesn't. It takes two proverbials because
Yes.
we've seen some incredibly competitive women
Oh,
drivers
yeah,
and co-drivers.
100%.
This is Louis King from the Philippines. So many international entries.
Great, isn't it?
We got
Absolutely.
10 drivers within the NZRC.
From
Just the
international.
NZRC.
Exactly.
The 45 NZRC cars, 10 of them are from overseas.
I haven't done the count up for how many in the whole Otago rally, but of course it always does draw a lot of overseas competitors because it's talked about in the rally, fraternities. I mean, Colin Clark has absolutely in love with this rally, and I mean he does a great job of selling it to the people in Europe for us. And I mean we've always been on the map, haven't we, New Zealand? But I think now we're getting these beautiful live stream shots out across the world. A lot of people can see just the stunning roads that we have.
Yeah. So if we look at some times out of special stage 2, James McIver with a big move, 9.6 seconds.
That's pretty good in here.
In 16 kilometres, that's a huge margin over Thomas Paul. So that puts him into the rally lead. Josh Keeley, a bit waking up a bit. He was 26.5 seconds off McIver's time. So those two out the front are really pushing hard.
I think Josh will be sweeping a bit of gravel though. And I'm not taking it away from James, but because he's only a couple of cars back, but you did see Josh's car. It was evident that he was sweeping that road, bit of understeer coming into the corners. And it's a totally different driving style. It's I remember I've been car 1 or 2 on the road a couple of times, and you definitely have to set your car up differently. Even grooving a tyre or a wider tread's quite important. Narrow tyre, back in the day we used to quite often choose between width of tyre, and the more narrow tyre of course gets down to the base.
Yeah, pushes through that gravel.
Yeah, sweeps the gravel off. And then of course you're putting in a line. Worst thing is when Hawkswood's car number 1, and your car number 2, because you just know you're not going to use Hawkswood's lines at all. And if you're using them, it's probably to recover. So if you're behind him, that's Andrew Hawkswood, of course. Jack's a little bit tidier than his old man, only a little bit. Definitely the apple doesn't fall far.
So we shouldn't be far away now. We're into our classic 2-wheel drive field, and the first we will see Mike and Helen Cameron, of course, part of that historic class.
And we're back to front, don't forget, so slowest to fastest.
Yep, fantastic to have Mike and Helen. We won't see Helen all year, see Mike all year, but we won't see Helen all year. She's
her last rally. She said she was doing no more, didn't she? But she did.
She did. Now she's back for this one because this is special, and then
50,
this is
50 years.
That's 50 years, and then this is rally number 49. Oh. So she's going to tick one more off the list, I believe. Plenty at the end of the year to go 50. Not out.
Fantastic.
Raise the bat.
That's awesome. Yeah. Look at that crest, and they're probably doing 140, 150 Ks over that crest, and then you're trying to work out that distance. It doesn't look like much of a corner, but I tell you what, in a car, when you're coming over that crest, it's pretty scary.
So Mike and Helen Cameron running blind too, Dylan, no pace notes, so that's a real test of confidence on some of it, especially these flat-out Otago roads.
And there's no way you can remember them, it's it's definitely pretty tricky, but I mean, that's pretty steep down that little hill.
So the little 1600cc Lancer, part of the historic class, of course, new class structure this year within the Brian Green Property Group New Zealand Rally Championship. Historic, probably slightly more true to as how the cars were homologated back in the period.
Yes.
And then we've got a classic class, category 6, which runs the Otago Classic rules, which is a little bit more
flexible.
Yeah, a little bit more flexible, a little bit of the old Kiwi ingenuity, how you can build a car in the shed to try and beat what the overseas stars were doing. So Mike and Helen worked their way up towards that double. You see the warning board there for the double caution corner. There's a big culvert on the inside there, so it's a don't cut.
And you can't see it, and of course, that's the problem when you're blind. You don't know how sharp that corner is, and it's flipping sharp.
So next up we should see Paul Kendrick and Asao Kono in the Fiat 131 at Bath. Great to see a couple of 131s in there as well.
Yeah, cool car.
So just looking at some more of those times. James McDonald, fourth fastest. He sits fourth, just 0.2 of a second behind Josh Keeley, and Kevin Laird another 9.9 seconds back. So those 5 championship combatants have cleared out. Deborah Kibble, the next car, she's 25 seconds off the back of Kevin Laird. So that those guys are really pushing on to they've got so much to fight for.
Yeah.
So we see Paul Kendrick, the old Works livery. And Paul is a man who's given so much to the sport, so it's great to see him out competing and having some fun.
Having fun, exactly. And of course, 50 years of Otago. Man, it's like I said before, my first one was 2004, and it does only seem like yesterday. So, you know, we met a few people last night that were here for the first ones, and gee, what a privilege to do this rally. Though we're so lucky in New Zealand.
Yeah, it was a wonderful evening last night, reminiscing of some stories of
talking about how good we used to be. And
Norman Oakley talking about how he managed to exclude Andrew Hawkswood from this rally twice in 1 year.
I didn't realise that. We got some great stories, didn't we, from the old crew?
Yeah.
Of course, Norm runs a brilliant rally, you know. And you see two sides to Norm, though. You see the Norm outside a rally and then the Norm inside a rally. All business.
All business. They do a great job. The Oakley brothers, the whole team. No one person can pull an event like this together. It's an absolute credit to all of them. 148 entries just shows
fantastic.
You. That's just reward as a organiser. You can't ask for anything more than entries. They're a real vote of confidence for your event.
Well, it shows you've got, good organising structure and you've got great roads. You know, I mean, it's really nice to have both. And like I said, I remember the first year I did this rally, and I mean, you know, I come from doing WRC, or back then it was Rally New Zealand, and that was definitely the pinnacle. But I tell you what, you know, Otago round's not far behind.
So this will be Max Casey, a young fella. Normally see his father Ray driving this car, but it's Ray who's sitting alongside him. Probably
father-son, is it?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Probably grabbing the seat. Max.
tight.
Tight.
Haven't quite had that pleasure yet, but looking forward to it. Beautiful Mark 1. You don't see a lot of Mark 1s anymore, do you? It's all Mark 2s.
It is. This one with the Toyota motor, the 4AGE.
That's right, yes.
But Max getting into rallying, which is fantastic to see it. Yeah, so many.
How old is Max?
Geez, that's a good question. Not as old as you or I, that's for sure. I'd like to point out that I'm nowhere near as old as you. I think he'd be sort of 17, 18 kind of thing.
Well, I'm going through puberty, so, you know, you must be really young.
The things you do to try and
stay young.
I don't know what you're talking about, Dad.
Yeah.
So this is Scott Ashton, Tim Ashton.
Sounds good, as that side draft, Flimin.
Oh yeah, it's a good strong motor.
Yeah,
as you say, the side draft carbs, that induction noise.
That's just beautiful. They're missing a wing mirror.
No, they're not.
He's got one on the other side. Aerodynamics. Yeah, he's going good too.
He is pushing on well,
I thought so. Gonna have a big brake there. You can see it's still a bit slippery under the brakes there. Swinging the back.
The thing is, with that sequence of dancing corners up the hill, you can't afford to get the first one wrong, right? Because
no,
it just
scrubs
compounds.
off all your speed. Yeah,
or worse, it compounds and becomes a bigger slide and a bigger slide. And
yeah, well, it's that balance. You know, you want to carry your momentum up the hill, but you want to be tidy as well. But I tell you what, a stage that starts up a hill, you always get into a rhythm so much quicker than something that's fast and cresty and downhill. It's so hard to get into a rhythm, because if you make a mistake uphill, it's almost divide by 2. But if you make a mistake downhill, it's almost times 3.
Yes. So this is Denise Collins and Jared McConkey. Corolla. Yep. Is that the ex-Brian Stokes car? I think it might be. So they work their way down.
That dust seems to be not hanging around as much now, which is good.
we're just getting the intel that it was Father Ray who was meant to be driving in the escort, but he's hurt his shoulder, so he's been resigned to the passenger seat. So that'll teach you for
hurting your shoulder.
Don't know what'll be more painful for Ray, the shoulder injury or the. Fantastic to see. You look at so many multi-generational teams. We talked about the Chandlers and the Keeleys.
Yes.
And we look at the top end of all-wheel drive with the Brian Green Property Group New Zealand Rally Championship and the Stokes
brothers. Yes.
The Stokes family. Of course, Father Brian, a two-time champion, and then you've got Jack Hawkswood. His father's a national champion. Dylan Thompson will be the one that's hoping to stop
Cat
any of them.
amongst the pigeons.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So
it'd be interesting to see how he goes. For those that don't know, Dylan's got obviously Ben Hunt's championship car, and he'll be. I spoke to Dylan last night. He's a little bit nervous. He's definitely in that situation where you can tell he's driving a car that is a bit expensive.
Yep.
He's a little bit nervous, but I think that all does stop once the old flag drops, as they call it. You kind of the brain gets in the back gear.
So we see
Starlet.
Yeah, Jay Ritchie pushing on. One of the freestylers has still got a 1300 in it too.
That's pretty cool. Sounds cool as well.
It does. Problem with the 1300s is that those hills become longer.
Yeah, they do. A lot longer. So nimble though. I mean, Starlet's such a great platform, between an Escort and a Starlet. I think they must be similar like links in the footprint that they have, because they both handle so good.
Yeah, I think Starlet's slightly shorter wheelbase, but not running the. Speaking of Starlets, that is Andrew Murdoch. So another of the 1300 Starlets car we've seen.
Nice, tidy looking car. Look at it.
Yeah, one out of the Pat Norris fleet. Pat started right behind him in the AE86 that he's campaigning in the classic car.
Awesome
class.
Yeah, awesome. Carrying some good speed up to the caution. Little break there late. Nice
Nicely
lines,
done up
nice
there.
and straight, nice and tidy. So this is Pat Norris.
So Pat Norris and Jeff Parr, the Toyota AE86 running in the classic class. Pat's got a shoulder injury, which meant he's had to fit electronic power steering like a lot of the Escorts run, and that's meant that he can't run in the historic class. So, but great to still see him involved and battling an injury, but still out there doing it. Life's there for living, and
that's it.
Fantastic to see Pat out doing some skids, a little 1600.
Cool looking car.
Yeah, very well presented car, and Pat was a solid contender last year.
Yes, he was. Yeah.
Made a few changes to the car over the last season. They had chronic problems with oil temperature getting hot, so it's been a lot of work to get that
sorted.
Get that sorted. Missed the last couple of rounds to get that all sussed out.
No problems at all through the caution.
Yeah.
Straight up the hill.
Nice and tidy. Chasing him down. Not something we see a heap of. There's a few of them out, but Andrew Murdoch and Philip Mason in the BMW 318. There's that many Australian flags. No, that's not. Geez, I'm getting a stitch up there. That's a. Oh no, is that? No, that's a 1600.
I think so.
I'll look at the screen rather than the start list.
Yeah. They love setting us up, don't they?
1600 or 1200? What do we reckon?
Sounds like a 1200.
Yeah, I think that might have been John Mather. So he's moved his way up the start list a little bit.
He has.
Jeez. Talk about the stitch up.
Good speed up the hill, though. Carrying some good speed. I see the classic cars are starting to knock the other competitors off that stage 1 results that we've got.
Yes, the fastest through so far, Ben Harding, one of the rookies in the Brian Green Property Group New Zealand Rally Championship.
Yes, awesome.
In the
cool
RX-7.
Car. Cool car, that one.
Yeah, and Dean Sumner, former national champion, he's gone faster than Thomas Paul as well through Waipori Gorge by a whole... Dean was a whole 1/10 of a second.
1/10 of a second.
Dean, of course,
Sorry, Dean, of course, loving the Escort. You know, of course, he was in an Evo before, back in his day, but loving the Escort. He texted me and said, you need to get an Escort, Dylan. And I said, well, if someone's going to give me one, I'm happy to drive it.
So this is John Keast, one of the guys who did the original 1976 Otago rally.
Wow, there you go. An OG.
He is an OG. And if you think the maths is out, there was 1 year that was missing for 50 years. There was 50 runnings. 50.
Right. Because of COVID.
Yeah, because of COVID. And that sad time that it was, where we didn't get to play rally cars.
Oh, I was gutted till I was in my prime.
Yeah,
I was out of puberty.
in between puberties.
Car was good. Pace was okay.
Corner wasn't too tight.
Yeah, wow.
So we see Peter Johnston, Grant Patrick. Actually, Grant's on the car, Sport.
It is. Is Grant with him, is he?
Yeah, he is.
Excellent.
1600.
Perfect.
The Mexico Escort.
Yeah, it's a cool little car, this one. Another Mark 1, all nice and sideways through there. Carried good speed. Boy, swinging it like a gate.
Yeah, so he's another one running blind, no notes. So
that's why he flicked it so hard.
Yeah, and why you do that is well, you can explain.
It's a pendulum. It just, you know, if you get that back starting to dance, it's just so much easier. When you're straight, it's almost hard to get the car sideways. It's crazy.
Yeah.
You've got to get them moving around.
So if that corner tightens up, it's just so much easier to rotate the car.
It's all about rotating the rear end and, you know, not losing the front, otherwise you spin.
Yep.
Oh, the side draft again.
Yeah, Adam and Jilly Fisher.
Oh, cool car.
And there's a few of these starlets actually running with the 1300 still in them, so a bit of competition in the 1300 class, but that sounds strong, doesn't
it sound great?
Across the bridge and
a little bit bouncy in the rear. That's the rebound.
Okay, test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Up the hill into the caution.
Yeah, keeping out nicely there.
Nicely done. Never look too sideways, the starlets. You know, they're always quite straight.
Yeah, correct. Well, they haven't got that ultimate power to drive out of it, have they? But, I mean, quite incredible what the likes of Paul Adams and Ray Wilson and guys like that were. Marty Rostenberg even. Able to achieve with those cars. Yeah. And this is John Mather. So I'm picking that Philip Mason might have changed his car. That's because actually I did see
that's what confused you.
I saw them back into another competitor in the Octagon yesterday. Just touch bumpers. That's why bumpers are there.
Exactly. Always nice and sideways into that corner. Coming down to the bridge.
Actually, was this? I think this might have some history and maybe a chassis number and a number plate that used to belong to Darren Galbraith, our expert and analyst, who makes it sound like we know what we're talking about.
Where the heck is Darren too? He's supposed to be around here somewhere helping us.
He's working. If Carly's watching, he's working.
Yeah. Still haven't got a coffee.
Yeah, she was an early start.
5.
Yeah, my alarm
5 o'clock. My alarm went off.
10 to 5 for me. So
I'm a bit quicker in the shower than you, mate.
Yeah, well, there's two of us in my room. We don't all sleep in the
presidential
suite. You know, I got Daz's back and he got mine. It worked well.
We need to get you a girlfriend, baby. We really do.
Taking applications. Andrew Keeley, Jonathan Kane. So completing the first family trio we see.
Beautiful Mark II.
Yeah. So this is the PDA Escort.
Just listen to it.
Yeah. I think I may have mentioned once or twice on a live stream over the years that I do like PDA. They are just glorious cars. I mean, they're so well balanced. I mean, you look at it, it's 1975, the Mark II Escort first appeared.
Incredible.
And there's hardly a rear-wheel drive platform that works better.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, even you look at some of the cars we'll see a bit later on, the Richie Dalton and a few of Glenn Elkhorn, some of those.
The Frankenstein versions of them, but I mean,
the hot
even
rod.
standard, they're just a good car.
So this is Josh Hilton and Rodney Vanderpool, the Toyota Celica, as they were commonly referred to back in the day, the Whistling Pig, the TA64 Group B Celica.
The silly car.
Yeah. And man, they could crank the boost up in these things.
cool looking car though, isn't it?
They're tough. They're just rugged. Like
Yeah.
several Safari Rally wins. So
So long too, you know, like getting into Evo sort of platform with the length of it. The older, the nines and sevens and nines. Good length, good in the fast stuff. Of course, the shorter cars want to change direction too quick, and in that faster stuff, they get a little bit scary.
Morning, Pat. How's the first 2 stages going for you?
We're having our problems. The bloody thing wouldn't start at the start of the last stage, and but yeah, apart from that, it's really good. You know, we're enjoying it. So just these little gremlins, they won't go away, the little buggers.
And behind your old car, how's the dust?
Mate, he's flying in the bloody thing. I can't see him.
Oh, well, at least you haven't got any dust to worry about.
No, I've got a little beeper here that if he goes a little bit too quick, I can push it and tell him to slow down, but he's fucking out of range.
Excellent. Have a good morning, eh? Drive safe.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, Pat sounding nice and happy.
yeah, great to see a smile on his dial as we see Steve Cox and Laurie Brensel. Another of the 1300 Starlets. Bit of a late change of plan. They were going to have the Audi Quattro down here, but some gearbox issues.
Oh, is that what happened? That's a shame.
Yeah.
Of course, the Audis. I mean, I might be a bit of an Audi fan, mate. You like your Escorts, but I'll stick to a Group B Audi. I mean, let's go down Queen Street and see which one the girls look at, mate, because they're going to be, what's that old thing? And the boys.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, spectacular car. Yeah, Group B was just such a spectacular era of rallying, wasn't it?
We were a bit too young, BB.
Yes.
Oh, did he just go off?
No.
No? Oh.
No, it's Miles McElway.
Oh, Miles. Been in rallying forever. Heck of a lovely gentleman.
Quite the auctioneer too.
He's pretty good. Yeah, as much as I think our Bailey's auctioneer's probably got him a little bit nowadays, but no, he's a really good auctioneer. Been to a couple of his auctions.
So he and Mike Bunyard, and they're another team. They always run blind. But yeah, Miles is always good for a story or two, and
it's incredible how he remembers stuff. Like, you know, you can talk to him. He's just so good with a joke.
Yes.
Or a light of your smoke.
Yep. Yes. Most of those jokes can't necessarily be repeated.
No, well,
on
we
the live
can't
story.
repeat them. Holy smoke, would be banned. New Zealand on air would ban us. But look at for blind rallying, he's probably just packed himself. Whoa, double caution.
Yeah. Yeah, well, the co-driver should be telling him what's coming up.
Yeah. Well, of course, blind, they only do the cautions and the junctions. So it can get a bit annoying because you're like 5Ks from a junction. I remember my first blind rally, they're going, right, we've got a junction coming up in 5Ks. It's like, well, who cares? It's so far away.
Yeah, different drivers like it, and that's sort of one of the things that as a co-driver on pace notes or blind, you've got to adapt to what your driver wants.
Exactly.
You know, so some drivers want to know, like I sat with Mark, very lucky to sit with Mark Parsons, who we'll see soon, a couple of weeks ago. Mark likes to just know that you're ahead of the game. So as we see Gordon Grant and Ben Richards, that you haven't fallen
asleep. Yeah. Pretty sure I've had a co-driver fall asleep once. Sandy Benson, I'm pretty sure we did a blind rally and he fell asleep.
Looked like he might have just got into a little bit of the cut there. I tell you, it
was a good cut.
Sitting with Mark falling asleep was not really something that was on the cards.
No.
The Triumph TR78, pretty exciting. So, as we look back to some times, Chris Meek fastest, 10.4 seconds ahead of Dean Buist.
Wow.
Pussy Hagstrom third fastest. Remember, Pussy Hagstrom has not driven since he did this rally in that car in 2008. 18 years ago.
18 years ago. Look how fast. His first stage, isn't it?
Yeah.
Crikey.
First stage, and he's
took about, don't forget where it is. Gee. Is he 5 seconds off? Oh no, sorry, he's 15 off Chris Meek's time.
Yeah, 5 seconds off Dean Buist. So he will be our leader in the classic class of the Brian Green Property Group New Zealand Rally Championship. Tim Smith in fourth in Deborah Kibble's EX Lancer Turbo.
That's pretty good. Timmy's a great peddler though.
Ben Harding, so that's a solid time that stood up. He's still sitting fifth.
Yes, in the RX7, and Dean not bad in sixth, top 10 for so far. Of course, we'll see that change with the forward road boys coming through. A beautiful tip in there.
So that's Josh Cooper.
What
we saw Dave Fahey go past as well while we were
blabbering.
Yep. Quite a
swinging that tail around. So that's that pendulum that I was talking about. You know, I mean, once you get it one way, it's easier to get it back the other way.
So Josh's day job's working for Pattern Rally Group, or
PRG.
PRG. I think it's Racing Group. I apologise for getting that one wrong, but yeah, he's probably pretty lucky to get the weekend off because they've got 6 cars that they're looking after as well.
They're busy. They're busy. And of course, Hayden, the boss, is off gallivanting over, overseas.
Sitting 4th in Rally Croatia, so that's a solid effort.
What a great start. Second Hyundai, which is fantastic. Great to see the Hyundais in the mix.
So this is Paul Goatley. This is the car we've seen for so many years, run by Ed Mulligan. Unfortunately, Ed passed away not long after this event last year. And he was another one of the real characters of this event.
He was a hard case.
Yeah. So Goat used to look after this car for him, and so he's doing this one for Ed, which is fantastic.
Oh, that's awesome, isn't it?
And for a guy who lives just down the road and he's been so involved in rallying and everyone else is rallying, it's great to see Goat out having a go.
Fantastic.
His first time doing the Otago rally.
And a Beamer back on the stages. Kane would be loving it.
Yeah.
Kane Barry, of course, big Beamer fan.
An expert too, to be fair.
Oh yeah, he'll tell you how to drive one, tell you how to set one up.
How cool to see the old Group A style, the twin
Cool.
roof fence
Isn't
popping up.
it? Yeah. Of course, you don't want to open them too much. You're flipping, there's so much drag.
So you can hear this is. So Mark Parsons and Mel Clark, the Triumph TR7 V8. Rookies in the Brian Green Property Group New Zealand Rally Championship.
What the heck, rookies?
I don't think they're rookies to rallying.
No,
So
isn't that amazing?
Another one running with no notes, but great to see Mark and Mel out on the stages.
Oh, it's also such a cool sounding car, this.
The Rover V8.
One of my favourites.
And this car did come out of the Checkered Flag factory, no works history, but was a works built shell.
Wow,
So pretty cool to have this, and I mean Mark's had that car for more than 30 years, and just given it the big rebuild. So
I remember him doing a Targa one year, and he told me, coming up to those crests, he would throw it sideways one way, and he said exactly what we've been talking about, that pendulum effect. He said, because if you're sideways one way, even if it's the wrong way, it's so easy to get it back the other way.
That car is deceptively small too, so very short in the wheelbase, a lot of power, so very rotatable. That's smaller than an Escort.
Is that a word? Is it rotatable? I like that.
It's become a word. I don't know.
It is now.
Don't know if you'll find it in the Oxford,
that's right. We'll use it. You're all right. We went to school to 15, didn't we?
Yeah,
Well,
exactly. I had a lot of lunch there.
Lunchbox, surely not. Another Mark II.
So this should be Neil Dodds and Rachel Dodds. This is the ex-Jeff Judd-owned car that Brian Green's had a fair bit of mileage in. He's cranking on, isn't he? Running blind.
So might have packed himself a bit there, I think. Big lift. A little bit of.
So a lot of guys choosing to run blind, no pace notes, just the route book. So the bridge would be in there, the double caution's in there, but what's in between is entirely up to them to read the road. It's almost like rugby and rugby league. It sort of looks like the same sport from the outside, but it's totally different.
Yeah, and it's you're kind of more in tune, I think, with the road and the surroundings, where with actual notes, you are kind of looking for that apex and that exit point, and you're not so worried about looking up the road. I remember the first blind rally I did, a couple of guys gave me advice and said, always be not just looking at the corner you're in, but lift your eyes to the next corner and trust where you're at. It's a bit like skiing. You don't look down at your toes. You look down the field as long as you can. Another Escort.
So this will be. Is this Peter Light? Yep. The Aussie. Another one that likes to talk a good story is Peter. Great to have him over, and he's a huge supporter of the Otago Rally. And Brian Budd alongside, who's the chairman of Motorsport New Zealand's Rally Advisory Commission, and a competitor back in 1976 in this rally, and a competitor in 2026.
Wow, there you go. Brilliant. I wish I could have done it.
So Roger Mackay and Dean McCrosty next into the stage. Another one of our competitors in the classic class. This is the newly formed class, and great to have Roger and Dean, the BDA Escort.
Just sounds beautiful.
They're working their way into it, but they'll be having a barrel of laughs in that car. Tell you, they are both absolute characters. Just listen to that.
Nice. Are they blind or are they on notes?
They are on note. They're on fifth fastest in the class. Just behind Paul Cross by 7.8 seconds in the first stage.
Nothing wrong with that.
And now we've got Phil Macquarie, Andrew Brooks. This car just had a huge rebuild. They're another one running in the championship, this time in the historic class. This car a tribute to the 1977 Safari winner, driven by the late Bjorn Voldegaard.
Oh, wow, great pedigree. Look at you're definitely seeing a line starting to come through now, and it looks like there's a lot of grip there, you know, compared to those front runners.
And Phil in a big battle. He was 2.8 seconds slower than Mark Parsons through the first stage, so that's for the class lead. And so he'll be looking to make some time back up.
Oh, sounds beautiful.
You just can't beat that noise.
It's just a cool noise. You know, the 5-cylinder Quattro is cool, but it's just something else. Just the side-draft sound. It's and in the forest in the middle of the night with the lights flaring, man, brings back some good memories of my childhood. Oh, a little bit of understeer on the exit of that one.
So Chris Lang and Anna Robinson, another couple of second-generation competitors. So Chris's father used to co-drive for Jeff used to co-drive for Anna's father, Barry Robinson.
Wow.
And of course, round 3 of the Brian Green Property Group New Zealand Rally Championship. New round this year is the Barry Robinson Memorial Rally Southland. So nice little tie up there. So as they've blurred the generational lines, they've sort of swapped sides of the car. But
fantastic, as you do.
I think Chris thinks it's a good idea anyway.
Yeah, definitely.
But he was a front runner in the early days of the Fiesta class as well.
That's
the
right.
Fiesta
Yep.
Sporting Trophy.
Yep. What a great class that was.
Oh, you look at some of the names that have come out of...
Yeah, well, Ben Hunt, obviously the biggest, and Tapper.
Mark Tapper, Dave Holder.
Yes, true. I forgot about Dave Holder.
Phil Campbell, Josh Marston came out of there, front runners in the New Zealand Rally Championship. I'm sure I've forgotten a few in there too.
Yeah, well, there'd be others. I mean, it's a bit of a shame those boys aren't back this year, but you know, I mean, I think the economy's a little bit tight at the moment, and I think there's a few guys that are just having to sit it out. So hopefully we can maybe get some of them back middle of the year or next year.
So we see Carl Robinson, a former junior champion, back I think in 2000, and he's taking Tony Amos for a ride in his Fiat 131.
How cool is that?
How cool to see.
Sounds great. Different cars, yeah.
Just a little lift there, but Carl is he's on it.
He's carrying good speed up the hill. Little late dab of the brakes, tip it in. He's nice and straight too, nice and tidy. Fantastic drone shots.
So we've got Paul Cross and Janie Blair sitting fourth in the classic class of the New Zealand Rally Championship at the moment.
True South Islander Janie Blair. I saw her last night at the rally start with flipping jandals on. Oh. It was freezing last night. And she said to me, I should have probably got a pedicure. Go smoke, your toes will be numb.
Janie and Paul, both absolute rock stars of the rallying world. They're just such cool people.
Yeah, lovely team.
2016, how have they been? Yeah, that was a fantastic stage. That wide open, just everything about Otago. Best stages in the world.
And any issues with hanging dust?
No, not in that stage. First stage, yes, but not in that stage.
Excellent. Have a good morning.
Thank you, sir.
Well, Paul's doing a ripper of a job there.
He is. He's going to do Dale Mudge out of a job.
Well, I think he'd be after my job, but...
It's just after your pay packet, mate.
Yeah, well, thanks for doubling it this year too.
Absolute pleasure. Absolute pleasure. I had to sacrifice tripling mine, to be fair.
Yeah, so we still make nothing, by the way.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay. We do it for the love.
We do it for the love, and man, do we love it.
And how, I tell you what, BB's knowledge, we should be paying.
Yeah.
You know everything, mate.
I know that this is Brent Taylor.
There you go. And we know Brent.
Just listen to it. I mean, we're into this part of the field now where it's speedy after
it's
speedy.
cool
I
cars.
mean, you'd almost get sick of it if it was anything else.
Yeah. Evos. Love me, Evos.
Yes.
Brent, of course, he's a hard charger. You know, I mean, I remember Brent's first rally came out of the rally drive Dale Perry sort of days, and yeah, he's always been he pushes hard. He's never been one to be shy of a stage.
No, absolutely not.
And of course, loves Otago. Who doesn't?
Yeah, so new for him though to classic rallying. We'd normally seen him in the
86, is he 86?
Yeah, had an AE86 and then a GT86.
That's right.
Chris Ramsey's borrowed that because his car broke down.
Oh, I didn't know that. Is he? Is he using Brent's car?
So he's using Brent's car, as we see Jamie Luff and Brad Luff. This is the Jeff Judd's
car.
Yep. Jeff Judd actually not here, which is quite...
Isn't he?
Quite strange.
Where the heck is he?
He's in Japan. So big shout out to Juddy.
Hey, Juddy.
It's probably quite...
Of course he'll be watching.
It'd be 5 o'clock in the morning over there.
He'll be watching.
But Jamie and Brad are charged to Australia in their second visit back. So I think they had mechanical problems last time. So they'll be...
Look at that attitude. Awesome.
So, of course, this classic field going slowest to fastest, so we're starting to see a massive increase in commitment.
Going quicker and quicker.
Yeah, on to the guys that are running notes and of course, 2-pass reconnaissance with it being around to the Asia Pacific Rally Championship, the TER World Series, as well as the Brian Green Property Group New Zealand Rally Championship as we cross to Roger Mackay.
How's that first one going for you?
Mate, that was just, wow, unbelievable. I'm shaking like nothing.
You're one of the older rookies in the championship. Experience helping?
Oh, I don't know. It's been a long time.
Excellent. Have a good morning, boys. Nice and smiles.
So as Roger, we see Dean Sumner working his way up, and he was absolutely on that pace.
He was committed, wasn't he?
That just sounded so good going past the van, didn't it?
It did. Sounded cool because we didn't have the live shots, but gee, Dean had it pinned all the way up up the hill.
Yeah, showing the talent that won him. I think it was 2010 New Zealand Rally Championship.
Yes, it was. And I tell you what, Dean came on probably 2006, I think it was, or 7 at Otago. I remember him winning Kirry Bush and, you know, over a few boys like Mason and Chris West and that. And, yeah, Dean really started to put on some pace from then onwards.
So this is one of the local legends, Jake Thomas.
Oh,
good morning.
Across to Phil Macquarie.
Pretty fast in there?
That was really fast. We just didn't know what the car was going to do at that sort of speed, so very cautious, you know, got longer ahead of us, so let the car come to us.
And how's the dust?
It's fantastic. It's doing nothing wrong. It's just me.
Excellent. Have a good morning.
So Phil faster than Mark Parsons in that stage, so he takes the historic class lead. Mike Cameron in third in that class. I mean, Mike sort of a little bit of a knife to a gunfight there with the little 1600 Lancer.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
big smiles at the finish, though, you know. And I mean, this is what you expect for Otago. It's just one of the stages are magical. They really are. You get a little bit of gravel for the first 10 cars, but then after that, it's just a pleasure to drive them.
So this should be Stewie Reid working his way down the hill. Probably done more Otago rallies than you have, Dylan. Certainly a regular visitor, old Stewie.
I think I'm probably 20, 24, something like that. But yeah, impressive. How many reckon he's done?
No, that's hold on. That's Glenn Brinkman. So he's running a little bit out of order. The Nissan Bluebird Turbo. It's another Australian visitor.
We definitely get a lot of Aussies come over for the nice little flame there.
Yes.
Cool car. Australians love Otago.
I think the New Zealanders love Otago too.
Well, we love it more, to be fair, but yeah, we should close the door sometimes.
Yeah, we do everything.
Stay over there in your dust bowl. Oh, of course, we've got a lot of Australians listening, so apologies for that. We love your dust bowl.
So Stuart Reid working his way down the hill, but that dust is certainly hanging around, so that'd be hard work. He and Shane Reynolds.
I can't believe the temperature too, you know, I mean, it's amazing. Like 5 o'clock this morning, it was warm.
Yeah,
couldn't believe it. Never warm in Otago. 14 degrees at the moment. Crazy.
Just listen to that.
Stunning. Oh, that's cool shots.
Well, how's that start to the morning gone?
Yeah, good. Yep, bit of a wake-up call in Waipori, just over the morning, but no, it's good. A lot of fun.
A little bit of a moment?
No, just a wee bit of dust hanging on the trees and bits and pieces, a bit of sunstrike a couple of times, but hey, it is what it is.
And how about stage 2?
Really good. Yep, fast. Yeah, it doesn't really suit this thing, but did our best. And again, dust just sort of lingering, so no, it's good.
Excellent. Have a good morning.
So next up we see Ben and Charlotte Harding, father-daughter team in the RX-7 Mazda.
What a cool car, an RX-7. You just can't beat the sound of these. These sound real cool as well.
Oh, they do, don't they? And another one that's a bit funny to talk about is a rookie within the Brian Green Property Group New Zealand Rally Championship.
Just the way they rev.
They do. Yeah, we've seen Marcus Van Klink and John Silcock have so much success with these cars. And now Ben looking to be the next one to write that chapter in the new classic class for 2026.
It's great. We had a couple of rule changes there, which just has opened it up for a couple of cars. And, you know, that was the point behind it, wasn't it? I mean, get a few more competitors into that class.
Yeah, make it a little user-friendly. So... And another of our classic cars, this is Tim McIver. Rocky Hudson getting the last-minute call-up. Regular co-driver Tim McDonald, a bit of a back injury. So Rocky on coming out of his 14th retirement.
Looks cool with the spotlights on. It's classic, isn't it?
Beautifully prepared car, this one.
Yeah, what a stunner.
Wales Motorsport, and Tim takes a lot of pride in maintaining this car.
Presentation's important, I think, with rally cars. You know, I mean, it just shows that pride, like you say.
And he'll be ahead because his son James was just faster than him through Waipori Gorge, and of course was fastest to the four-wheel drive classic cars through this stage. So
he won't want to lose.
At the moment, as it sits, still fastest in this stage. So he won't want to sort of give that too much, let him get away too much. Tim Luffson in the finish. And cleared the stage. Flick back Graham Ferguson and Ross Moody. Fairly regulars down here now. Of course, that Match Sport lookalike, the iconic Match Sport livery.
Match Sport Escorts.
Got the GF 780 plate to go with it.
Nice. It's a little bit soft, I think, in the rear there. Seems to be bouncing around a little bit.
Yeah, so just that soundtrack. Listen to it winding up. Just a little bit of over the brick, of course, the live rear end that you got to...
Oh, that's good pace there.
How cool is that shot?
Beautiful shot. You know, I mean, he kept it pinned on that little left-hander. Good speed through the washout.
Nice work there from Ferg.
Definitely the quickest I think we've seen so far. You know, just great attitude in the car.
So this will be Tim Smith and Brent Trevelyan. They're fourth in the Classic Rally at the moment.
Timmy, no... he's a bit wide.
He's no mug, is he? It's deceptive, that corner.
Yeah, it is actually. And Timmy, I remember, was first one on our scene a couple of years ago when we had a big crash in Otago, and he was running down the road. And I was like, we just had a crash, so you're a bit all over the show. I'm like, what the hell are you doing here, mate? He's a good man. He's quite concerned for us.
Hey, both. Yeah, Timmy and Ben, real characters of South Island Rally.
Yeah.
Just good dudes.
Yeah, they are. Deborah Kibble's old car?
Well, Deborah Kibble's car, so it's still Deb owns it.
He got to use it.
And, Timmy, very grateful to have been handed the keys.
How cool is that? No one hands me keys.
And an Opel Manta back in the Brian Green Property Group New Zealand Rally Championship.
Who would have thought?
Derek Ace and Katrina Kelly.
Another cool car. Look at the length of it too.
Yeah, of course, so successful in Ireland. This car with the replica livery of Bertie Fisher, the Shell Oils.
Awesome.
Derek had this car a couple of seasons now, but committed to the Brian Green Property Group New Zealand Rally Championship. Again, he's a rookie in the championship. He's won this rally, the Otago Classic Rally 3 or 4 times.
He's good, yeah.
And look at that again.
Cool looking car. Gee, the dust is starting to increase again.
It's starting to hang a bit, isn't it?
Wind's dropped, yeah.
Throws the car around the don't cut. And Derek, he'll certainly be pushing on hard.
You definitely see so many classic cars in this rally, and that is one good thing about it. You always have a good pointy end of the field, but the classic cars, you know, you just don't see them at other rallies as many as we get here.
No.
Another Mark 1.
Ali Mackay, Mako Johnston. So Derek was 4th in that classic class, just half a second behind Tim McIver. And so Ali would be the highest seeded driver not to have won the Otago Classic Rally, ahead of him Passy Hagstrom, Matt Osberg, Dean Buist and Chris Meek. A real who's who of Otago Classic Rally history there.
Yes.
Dean, the defending champion. So, took that one gift wrap when Chris had a puncture last year. There's a lot of banter amongst a lot of the Kiwi Classic guys about the gifts.
The luck, the luckiness. Porsche?
Yeah, Passy Hagstrom, Ian McKee. So, Passy again hasn't rallied since he did this one in 2008.
Passy was more a test driver, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Than a lead. I mean, but fantastic. Oh, look at that.
So we are just struggling to get some results out of stage 1 for the.
I'm not sure we're locked up or something there.
Yeah, a few issues with satellites. And Passy.
Sounds beautiful.
It does, doesn't it?
Look at the speed.
It took a bit to get into it in there, but once we got the rhythm going, we had a good run through Waipori. Really enjoyed it.
And how'd you find this one?
Fast. There's one word sums this one up. That was real fast. But nice clean stage. No drama.
Excellent. Enjoy the family bonding.
Yeah, no, we will. Thanks, mate.
Family bonding.
Yeah, well, his daughter Charlotte alongside.
Of course.
And how cool. So we see Matt Osberg, Jared Hudson
Jared
alongside.
Hudson, exactly, in the rotary.
Yep, this is
RX3.
Scott O'Donnell. Yeah, Scott
O'Donnell's car.
Yep.
Perfect.
So he's got cars running all over the show. He's got a couple of Supras up in Taupo.
Yeah, good old Scott.
But he's down here. I saw him last night, had a chat to him. He said, no, I'm down here. I can't really offer a lot to the boys up there. They know what they're doing.
Yeah. Listen to that.
So
Fully paired.
Matt's first time and
jeez, that was good pace.
That's
up the hill. He's like, oh, double smubble.
Oh, how good.
That was tidy, wasn't it? That was actually quick too. I think if you had a stopwatch.
And so our leader in the classic class of the Brian Green Property Group New Zealand Rally Champion, the defending historic champion, Dean Buist, Carl Celeste, defending champions of the Otago Classic Rally as well, and just you can
beautiful
just see
angle.
why.
Did you see that angle on that left-hander back there? Fully pinned.
Dean not doing Ricky here either.
Oh, he's just such a talent. Coming up to the bridge. Through the gears. No lift.
And Dean especially, he always lifts at Otago with that international competition.
He does, yeah.
He rises to the occasion.
Yeah, you get him to the North Island, he's quick, but he's just another level down here. Oh, now we've got the Rosendale.
Yeah.
Chris
Meek there.
Might have heard of this guy.
Stu Loudon alongside on the notes.
All talent. I mean, and so friendly. You know, I mean, what I really enjoy about rallying is there's kind of no real I'm the man sort of situation. Everyone's friendly.
No, Chris, an absolute gentleman down here, isn't he? Yeah, he's just so enthusiastic about being here. He's not here because he's better than anyone else. He's here because he wants to be. He loves it. He's so enthusiastic about it.
Absolute rock star.
Actually, turned up
Look
to
at this man.
Turned up to the sighting session last night with just a pint of Guinness from the Irish bar.
That setup into that left-hander was amazing. Watch how quick he'll be through this. Just tidy. Out the other side, quick as anything. The pace that he carried, and look how wide he was on the left-hander. That's a big drop on the outside of that corner, and I mean, like, you get out on that loose gravel, but Chris Meek's the man, isn't he?
That he is. He is just... Yeah, you think you think someone like Dean's impressive, and then we just, Chris Meek takes it to another level.
Yeah, he does. And of course, stage 1 he did beat Dean. Was it a big lot, wasn't it? It was
10
seconds.
So we've got a little bit of a gap now. I think it's hold on, I'll be able to tell you. I've got the paperwork. 3 minutes.
What the heck are we going to talk about, BB?
And it'll be Robbie Stokes, first car on the road.
Yes, looking forward to this.
New co-driver this year, and Andy Sarandis. Unfortunately, we're just struggling to get some times out of stage 1 to let everyone know exactly where it's all at. I know the team at Chris Sport will be working their backsides off to try and extract that information.
Yeah, we're not sure what's going on there, but no doubt we'll get some information.
Well, it's a system that works on satellites and everything. Really safe. And what a hasn't that revolutionised the way that we go rallying?
Oh, it's just crazy. I mean, Starlink's been a fantastic update, obviously, for us. I mean, the live stream back in the day was sort of Simon Bell, who couldn't make it this weekend. We're really missing Simon, but looking forward to getting him back for the next round. But Simon would stand there and with his phone, and BB would be doing the live stream.
So we see Robbie Stokes, Andy Sarandis, top seeds for the Otago rally, and look at the commitment.
Just beautiful.
Their first time together in the car, but it doesn't look like it, does it?
No, and it's great to see him straight back on it. You know, he's had a pretty, beautiful angles. Had a pretty bad start to the season. Of course, this car's had a few repairs. Look at that, though, dipping the wheel in there.
So it just throws. Oh, just look at that. Just
and
judging
the water table and everything.
Of course, huge battle to be him, his brother Jack stepping up into the same car. Robbie's had a year in this car now, the Skoda Fabia Rally 2 Evo, and so that sense of familiarity will be, on Robbie's side, and the commitment. Not a hint of a lift there, Dylan Turner.
Man, he's just gone to a next level, really, hasn't he? I mean, look at that. Coming into the caution. No, but... I reckon he cut that. I reckon he got a fair bit of that washout. Good boy. Wow. Jaw drop.
Was that Robbie or was that Jack?
Oh, really?
Very similar in liveries. We'll see what's...
Gee, maybe do you think Robbie's out?
Oh, I'm not sure.
My computer's locked up.
Yeah. I maybe it's tricky to tell. One's got red highlights, one's got orange on the car.
Well, I guess we'll tell with the next shots.
Yeah.
Is there a 2 minute gap?
2 minute gaps here because they're running in the Asia Pacific Rally Championship.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Probably a great time to give a shout out to some of our sponsors. Of course, Brian Green Property Group, MRF Tyres, Omega Rental Cars, Cream Insurance. Also, a big shout out to Elevate Digital Assistant. Anita does a great job basically making us look like we know what we're talking about, feeding through information, replying to comments, giving us results boards, all sorts of fantastic work that Anita does. Sorts out details that Dylan, you and I,
we can't do that sort of stuff.
Terrible.
So, good speed over the crest. Now this must be Jack.
That is okay.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
that's
sweet. So it was Robbie. Sorry about that.
So Jack Stokes, Hayden Graves, Skoda Fabia Rally 2 Evo. Their first time stepping up into the car.
If they've done 0 miles in it, or have they done a rally sprint in it?
They did do the Papa to Noah rally sprint.
Right. Yeah. God, that understeer on the exit of that corner. That's good pace. Couple of checks of the brake. We saw Robbie do that too. I'm not quite sure why, but obviously a little bit of lack of grip.
Just feeling out that grip. So here, see how committed they are through the valley floor here. Yeah, no lack of commitment there.
Yeah, still good pace, isn't it?
He drives a little bit straighter than Robbie.
I would agree, yeah. A little bit less aggression, I think.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting.
A lot narrower there through that one, that left-hander at the end. We still haven't got results from stage 1, have we?
No, we don't.
Anyway, we'll survive. Gee, that dust, of course, won't be hanging for the 2 minutes, but I think if we're 1 minute gaps, you can see back up the road it was hanging. Good speed over the crest. Now this must be,
so I think Paul might have forgotten to turn his microphone on again. Mads Osberg there. You see Jared Hudson alongside. So
Mads, of course, ex-WRC driver.
Yeah, Mads a fantastic career in the WRC event. I think there was one event win. And he's been down here a couple of times as well, as we wait to see.
Trying to think what car he was in last time he was down here. Was he in the Rosendale?
He was in the Rosendale car,
Yeah. Of course, cool car. Would you think that car's as good as Dean's?
Yeah.
It would be.
So, Jack Hawkswood, Jason Farmer, the Toyota Yaris Rally 2 car, the latest and greatest.
Can't wait to see how Jack goes. You know, I mean, those other boys look fantastic, and I've been looking forward to seeing how quick Jack is. A lot of people think he's going to be the cat amongst the pigeons. Jack, of course, had some success down here before.
Yeah, winner of this event 2 years ago. That was the AP4 Toyota Yaris. This the Rally 2 car now, the factory-developed car. Comes with quite a price tag, but
a lot of money.
Quite the machine to
see,
have.
It's the same. They're all sort of having a couple of stabs at the brakes there, so it's obviously pretty...
Just a bit slippery.
Yeah, I think the grip level.
I think there was a couple of corrugations as we drove in. It was quite dark this morning in the Omega rental car. And yeah, no hint of a lift there.
Oh, jeez, nice late brake, big dip. Lifts it in.
Beautifully done there. Like Jack's done a lot more pre-season miles than the both the Stokes brothers.
Look at that dust. Chris Meek. Mads, of course, ex-WRC driver.
A couple of technical issues, so no, unfortunately, no comments there from Chris. Hopefully we can get those sorted before the 3-minute gap there before Robbie Stokes arrives. But man, did he look impressive through here.
Well, I think Robbie looked the best, you know, for me. I mean, he was changing directions, but that's the way he drives too. He's ragged, you know, he's Colin McRae, you know. Where the other boys, you know, Jack is probably a bit more Sebastian Loeb, or the other Sebastian Ogier. And Jack, well, Jack's Jack, you know. Yeah. But Jack looked very tidy, you know, and I mean, Jack can get a bit ragged as well, but it's good to see that he looked nice and fast and nice and tidy.
So we're in 2-minute gaps here. This is through the FIA Asia Pacific Rally Championship. Next up should be Alex Ruler, Australian driver.
The father-son team.
That wasn't 3 minutes.
Robbie, how's the morning gone so far?
Yeah, interesting first stage. We just tried to just get our feet again, and very slippery, maybe overdriving a little bit, and then took a pretty big cut in there. Lucky to get away with it, but I told myself stop cutting, so hopefully we can stop doing that. And that's all good though.
Car's all good?
Yep.
Excellent. You had it. And how'd you go on stage one? We haven't seen any times come through. Boys all want to know.
Don't think our rally saver's working.
Oh, good. Well, have a good morning, off to service.
Cool, thank you.
So we do have a time for him in special stage number 2. That's the good news. So we'll see where that compares as we see
Mr. Rulo. One of the Rulos.
This is Alex. This is
the son.
Yep. Former V8 Supercar driver. Here's James Marco. This is the Hayden Paddon car.
Yeah, good car, good pedigree. I mean, looks like he knows how to do it too, doesn't he?
Yeah. Well, he was quite quick in the Australian Rally Championship.
Yes, I remember him in that.
Great to see him over here. Of course, he's concentrating his efforts on the Asia Pacific Rally Championship. But yeah, will be really interesting to see where Alex slots in.
So they're both doing that, the father-son, the whole APRC? That's awesome.
Correct. Although they had some logistical issues. The next round's next week in India.
Yeah.
And the cars didn't quite arrive, so they won't be doing that one, unfortunately, which is
a
real shame. A lot of time and effort and money involved. But next up we'll see Peter, the father, and this is the car we've seen run by
Kingsley Jones. Did we do that at the same time there?
Yeah. Mate,
that was creepy.
So in tune.
That was actually creepy.
Just don't start finishing the sentences, all right? So Robbie Stokes' benchmark time in this stage, 7 minutes 51.
We see Jack Hawkswood pipped you by about 6 seconds in stage 1. How was stage 2?
Yeah, a bit better. Pretty loose at stage 1, but no, that one was good. So feel a bit more confident now.
No problems with dust from your brother?
It's hanging a little bit. We're lucky we got the 2-minute gaps, but no, it's not too bad.
And car's all nice and clean so far?
Yeah. The driver's just got a bit of tidying up to do, so no, we'll get there.
Long way to go.
Cheers. Yeah.
See, we haven't got a time from Robbie in special stage 1, but just seen that time from Jack Hawkswood.
A smiling assassin, I think we need to call him. He's always
Jack's
smiling.
He is always
such
smiling.
a good boy.
Fantastic.
Throwing Kingsley's car around.
Yeah, Peter Rouleau, and he's got he has got Brad Jones alongside him. I think that's not Brad Jones.
No, not the Brad Jones. It's not Brad Jones Racing.
He's a bit busy up in Taupo this weekend. I mean, what a weekend for New Zealand
I
motorsport.
know, how cool is that? International rally. Nice little tip in.
Just a confidence lift, and that's where those tenths of a second appear, right?
Yes, they do. Yeah, but I tell you what, that's pretty fast there. 160 probably, 170 k's.
It's still enough to get your attention, isn't it?
Definitely. Isn't it amazing to see, Jack after doing that stage, just how cool and calm he is? It always shocks me how calm rally drivers are after a stage.
Well, because you get there, right? The adrenaline's still pumping.
Yeah, it's still pumping.
It's you've just sort of wound down. You get generally about 300-400 metres after the flying finish to that stop control where Paul is.
Yep.
And that's just your chance to sort of take a
Fuel.
breath. Yeah.
Fuel normally I'm going, I don't know why. Kerry Bush is the only one.
Survived another one.
Yeah. Kerry Bush is the only one that I'm like, God, can I go back and do it again?
Jack Hawkswood, quickest in stage 1 by 6.9 seconds. How was stage 2?
Yeah, not too bad. Just sort of getting to grips a little bit with the car on these faster roads. That the first stage 1 was a bit more what we're used to, but just trying to ease our way into it a wee bit because it feels a little bit different on these faster roads, but we'll get there.
And road's nice and swept for you now?
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's there's definitely some gravel when you get out of the line a little bit. We found that there ran deep on a couple of corners, but we'll just keep chipping away, doing what we're doing.
Well done. Have a good morning.
Thank you.
Well done, Jack. I mean, 7 seconds of us ahead of Jack Stokes, and what a great start.
So another new name to the Brian Green Property Group New Zealand Rally Championship here, Edgar Vigo Lopez and his wife Fatima Emanero, doing the Asia Pacific Championship, chose to include the New Zealand Rally Championship in their program for Otago. This is a new formula we're seeing. There's a couple of one-make series in the process of sort of launching, so the future's looking bright. This is the Suzuki Swift Cup. So these cars all fairly standard. So they're going to be a fantastic, cost-effective way for people to enter into rallying. Developed by conjunction with Mackesy Motorsport and Palmside. So Dean Buist had a fair bit to do with these things, and Bert and the boys up there. That car was built up here, so a fair bit of expertise into making sure that the right bits go in. There's no trial and error. Here's what you can do. And fantastic to have. I think this would be the first time we've had Spanish drivers in the New Zealand Rally Championship.
I'm trying to think, and I can't. And you said their names really. I think.
If
No
anyone's
one's probably
watching
gonna
from
correct
Spain,
us.
probably call us out on it.
Yeah, feel free.
So standard 1600 power plant. So that hill will be quite long.
Teeny bit unfair putting them behind Jack Stokes.
It was interesting. Super fast. Got to be committed. So our notes were good. A little bit safe and just getting used to the commitment for me. Like there's a lot of fast stuff, and we don't have too much of this in Australia.
And only 12 seconds down on the first one, so got to be happy with that?
Yeah, pretty happy so far. We're working into it, and the car's good. I've just got to commit for it to work. So that's a good thing, and we'll just keep building up to it.
Excellent. Have a good morning.
Cheers.
So we've got a couple of rock stars watching. Well, we've got lots of rock stars watching because you're all rock stars if you're joining us. But our former national champion Ben Hunt tuning in, Shane Van Gisbergen tuning in all the way from Mooresville, North Carolina. So shout out to
He's not on his ride on. It's about lunchtime there, riding a horse or something. Morning, Shane. Morning, Benny.
So this is Jeet Jabakar So another one running in the Asia Pacific Rally Championship. And this car, ex-Tim Mackesy car, R2T, now owned by Richard Mason. Don't know if you've heard of him.
Yes, pretty sure. Was he a rally driver?
I think he might have tailed you up quite a few
Oh,
times.
100%. I picked the wrong time to live, really. I mean, I was alive in the Mason era.
5-time New Zealand champion Mason, 7-time New Zealand champion Patton, and 4-time New Zealand champion Ben Hunt.
Thanks, mate.
And I think you actually started at the end of Bruce Herbert's era,
Pretty much.
Four-time New Zealand champion there as well. So.
Yeah, anyway. Second a few times.
Yeah. So just waiting on a time for Jack Hawkswood. Jack Stokes faster than his brother through here, and faster than Jack Hawkswood, 0.3 of a second. So we're waiting on Robbie's time in the first stage to match it up. But Jack Hawkswood going to the first service 6.5 seconds ahead of Jack Stokes.
So there is nothing in it. That's, for, what have we done, 20, 30 Ks, something like that? 40 Ks maybe? I mean, that's pretty close at the top. Anybody's game.
In that first stage, Dylan Thompson, just a 1/10 of a second behind Jack Stokes. So he's right in that fight too. We'll see
what proper drive in that car. I know he did that. Was it Rally Sprint or Rally?
Peterillo, new car, new rally, new country. How's the first 2 stages been?
Yeah, that one felt pretty good. Just need to grow the cojones a little bit. But no, look, completely different to what we're used to. But yeah, no, I love it.
And how are you finding the Skoda?
I've got a Skoda very similar to this at home, but I use that when my Hyundai is not in such good condition. So yeah, I'm used to the Skoda, so no, they're good.
Excellent. Have a good morning.
Nice. We were talking about Dylan.
Yeah, but we've got Fuyuhiko Takahashi, Ken Takahashi here. Japanese ambassadors for New Zealand rallying. They are in the Brian Green Property Group New Zealand Rally Championship, running the Rally 4 Fiesta, the front-wheel drive turbo. So
great to see them back.
The NZRC two-wheel drive class this year, an international battle between Takahashi-san and Edgar Lopez, who we saw earlier on in the Suzuki Swift. And I can tell you that on stage 1,
got to be Takahashi. Sure.
He's going well, isn't he?
He's going real good.
Good on him. Getting the commitment there. It was Takahashi by 1.1 seconds, so that battle's
on. That close?
Yeah.
She looks way faster, but yeah,
probably a better car in the faster.
Oh, definitely.
Stage 1 quite different in nature.
Yes, agree.
It's fantastic to have Takahashi-san and Takahashi-san.
Yeah.
Takahashi-san and Takahashi-san.
Say the Spanish one again.
Yeah. No comment, Your Honour. So now we've got a little bit of a gap. We'll see Emma Gilmore, who's just making a one-off appearance, not running in the championship this year. Then it'll be Dylan Thompson. So we are back to the 1-minute gaps. So that'll be good news for everyone at home. You don't need to listen to
us blabbering too much. Trying to do our Spanish.
So Robbie Stokes' time through, he was 4 seconds slower than his brother in this stage, but still waiting on that.
We still haven't got his Waipori.
No, it's still waiting on that one. So.
Of course, they have a few backup systems as well.
Yep. But yeah, fantastic opportunity to thank the sponsors of the Brian Green Property Group New Zealand Rally Championship. Of course, Brian Green Property Group, MRF Tyres, Omega Rental Cars, Cream Insurance. Of course, Central Machine Hire, the sponsors of the 50th anniversary Otago Rally.
50 years. Look at the beautiful drone shots. I mean, yes, stunning Otago land. Beautiful.
Yeah, so that's the Waipori Dam, just in the shot there, and it's just such a stunning bit of the countryside.
It is cool, isn't it? It's amazing how it changes, though. You know, it's changeable every 10 Ks. It's just such a different sort of environment. You go up north, of course, Middlemarch and all that. It's like you're on the moon.
It is those pancake rocks and very different nature of road out towards Lawrence, where these stages are sort of
faster stages.
Lawrence, the first city I think to have public Wi-Fi, like city town.
Really?
Only quite make
not
city.
A city, mate. 12 people live there. Emma's looking lovely.
Yep, and new livery on the car too this year, looking very sharp. She works her way down the hill, 4th fastest in stage 1, potentially 5th, as we said. Still waiting on that time of Robbie Stokes to come through from special stage number 1. But I'm sure.
Definitely a good start from Emma. You know, I mean, she can sometimes be a teeny bit slow on the stage 1 and 2, but good to see her. That confidence will be building.
Yeah, she's such a confidence driver, isn't she? When it's all going well, she's absolutely at her peak.
She's almost unbeatable.
She absolutely is.
Yeah, she's told me many a time when she's confident. Slightly wrong. Apologies for that.
So, Emma.
Well, she got through that one safely this time.
She has had an issue on that corner before, so she'll be pleased to tick that one off. She'll have an extra don't cut in the notes there.
Dylan Thompson.
So Dylan Thompson, Baden Thompson, the cousins. We've got all sorts of family relationships through the Brian Green Property Group New Zealand Rally Championship.
Originally from Waiuku too, these boys.
Don't know what you try to imply there.
Don't let that rumour start. Always nice and sideways though. He's not afraid to throw it around, which is awesome.
No, he's a mega talented driver. How many two-wheel drive titles? He's fantastic to see him finally getting the opportunity to run in an absolute top-level machine. And there's no question about the machinery. And stage 1 is right on the pace. How?
Mate, that's good.
How
is good.
Speed?
Considering he's just getting used to this car, he actually nearly bought my car, and Richard, the car owner, liked Beanie Boy's car, and look, I mean, I'm pretty confident Dylan's going to have a great season.
So Quentin Palmer, Noel Maloney, another one stepping up into Category 1 with the top level machinery. This is the ex-Rana Horan, Skoda Fabia Rally 2 Evo. So there's 4 guys in that equal machinery, the 2 Stokes brothers, Dylan Thompson, Quentin Palmer, and he's had a pretty solid time in that first stage too. 5th well, we're waiting on Robbie Stokes' time, but
looking nice and tidy, nice and settled. Car looks great.
Just ahead of Chris Meek. Just in behind Alex Rulo in terms of Rally 2 references. So strong start from Quentin. Basically, he come down here once. He did 12 kilometres and it had an engine failure in the Evo when he was running in the Rally Challenge class. And very, very straight in the way he drives the car, isn't he?
Yes, he is. Yeah. Oh, that looked a teeny bit wide going in there, but he got there.
Of course, Noel Maloney on the notes. So spitting them out with the Irish accent. Hopefully, it certainly seems to work between them in the car. It's the man, the myth, the legend himself, 2017 New Zealand Rally Champion, Andrew Hawkswood. And making a bit of a comeback. He was 6 years out of the car, did the Possum Ball Memorial Rally at the start of the year. But fantastic. I don't think there'll be a spectator out there that's upset that Andrew's decided to pull the overalls back on again.
He's the best in a junction, I tell you. Whenever you break down, you've got one thing to look forward to, and that's watching Andrew come past you. Because you just never know what he's going to do. Real character in rallying.
Oh, and does so much for the sport, you know. Develop the
AP4s. We wouldn't have them without Andrew and choice and stuff like that.
Yeah. And now involved in the GR Yaris Rally Cup, which will see Toby Price in that car.
Yes, looking forward to seeing that.
A little bit later, so certainly not just a man who looks after his own interests. In fact, this Force Motorsport operation, they've got, I believe it's 5 cars here this weekend.
It's fantastic, isn't it?
So, busy operation.
And he runs it obviously like a business, but he's not doesn't have to turn that huge profit.
So first of our Rally Challenge 4-wheel drive cars now, Caleb McDonald, defending champion. Got Erin Kelly in the car for this one. Regular co-driver Larissa Bigger in with Toby Price, and a new car for Caleb. Of course, saw him have that horrible accident at Bay of Plenty, but managed to turn it around and still win that championship. He was so dominant in the early part of the year.
He was, and what a beautiful car. So well presented. There wasn't a stone chip on it.
No, so Evo 8, this car originally debuted by Tom Pritchard back, I think, in 2006.
Tom's old car. There you go.
Yeah, in 2005.
Going back a while.
Yeah, so it's done all of about 9,000 kilometres, I think, this car.
So would Tapper have driven that car? Is it next Tapper as well? Or
No,
not?
no, I don't think so.
It was just Tom Pritchard, right.
Caleb there, so neat and tidy up the hill. And in this rally challenge battle, Grant Blackberry, Rick Chalmers, back again for another go in 2026.
And what a peddler Grant is. You know, these boys have been around a while, and this Evo 10 that they've got, I've been told by Stu, I was having a good chat with Stu last night in WRC Performance, that I think Development, that present the car for these boys, reckon they'll be all right. And yeah, Grant is always well up there, so tidy, and he just never really looks spectacular or sideways, but holds great pace.
Yeah, he was 16 seconds off the pace in the opening stage. It was actually set by Andy Mark, so that's a fantastic start for Andy.
Good boy, Andy.
Caleb McDonald was second fastest, just 0.3 of a second away, but Grant Blackberry and the Evo 10 will love these bigger wide.
These are the faster stages.
They are a bigger, heavier car than most of the other Evo platforms, aren't they? But
yeah,
they've got a different generation motor, and man, do they produce some grunt.
Yeah, once they get that torque working, they definitely not as nimble. You know, if you're in a twisty stage, and Waipori Gorge is a little bit twisty in places and narrow.
So this is Jonty Brensel. Jonty and Brianna Little, former co-driver of yours.
Yep, Brianna had her in the car. I think her first roll was with me. Did Greenie roll that time? No, he didn't, did he?
No, your first, her first roll was with you. It wasn't your first roll.
No, I had more rolls than the flipping Chinese button shot.
Look at that.
Great commitment. Oh, sideways again, under the brakes.
Yeah, Jonty,
he's got that rear bias.
Yeah, I would say so. He's a real talent.
Oh, that was wide too. I think he had a little bump on the inside there, and it kicked him out. And of course, that exit of that corner is off camber. Here's Dylan.
Dylan Thompson, third in the first stage. How was stage two?
Yeah, really good. The car's amazing. It takes a lot of confidence to keep it wooded for that long, but yeah, a lot of fun. It's good when there's some corners, but yeah, keeps the heart rate up.
And going to plan so far?
I think so. Yeah. I think probably ahead of plan at the moment. So, yeah.
Well done. Have a good morning.
Oh, thank you.
Got to be happy with third.
Oh, absolutely. As we see, this is Ben Huband, just running in the all-comers class with Nathan Rowan. So we've got that time through for special stage number 1 for Robbie Stokes, 7 minutes 6.6. That makes him fastest. So if we do the maths, then he was.
Got a problem.
Yeah, not 100% confidence there for Ben. So Robbie Stokes' time now there 3.6 seconds faster than Jack Hawkswood in special stage number 1. He has dropped behind. Get this, the rally lead going into the first service for Jack Hawkswood is 1/10 of a second over Robbie Stokes.
Wow, how close is that? That's what we love.
So Toby Price, Larissa Bigger, this is the
GR Yaris Cup.
The GR Yaris Rally Cup car. New class for 2027, but this is the debut, and how cool to have a legend like Toby, you know, 2-time Dakar winner.
Yeah, wow.
All his efforts in the Fig Desert race and a lot of stuff overseas. He is an absolute legend of the sport, and I had a brief chat to him last night. I was trying to, I had a million jobs on last night, and I just had a brief chat to him. I couldn't get away. He was that enthusiastic about telling me about how much he's looking forward to this.
And of course, the GR Yaris, pretty standard car, but amazing just how much modern technology, you know, can go. I'm really looking forward to seeing how it goes next year. Hopefully we have heaps of entries. And he's so humble. You know, you talk to Toby, I mean, he's a rock star. And I mean, like, what I love about a lot of our competitors is they pull their pants on the same as us, one leg at a time, you know, and he's just a good bloke.
Sometimes you have a go at both legs and fall over.
Yeah, that never works, mate. Oh, there's sideways there. This is Marcus.
Marcus Van Klink, Matty Richards, the triple rotor RX-8.
That would have been a cool photo, actually, those flames out the back. Look at the flames.
Just listen to it.
It's got an afterburner.
It's just got a fuel injector straight into the muffler.
Yeah, I reckon he probably has, too. It's all show.
What an absolute machine this is. So Marcus running outside the championship, just making a couple of appearances, getting back in. He had a pretty nasty accident at the start of last year, and he's working his way back in. And good to see he's on the good MRF tyres as well. So expect those stage times to be right up there.
Well, MRF's going to be real happy because he goes through tyres pretty quick.
Yes. And the first time we've seen a Porsche in the Brian Green Property Group New Zealand Rally Championship. Ari Pettigrew, Jack Norris. What a combination in a car like this on roads like these.
This boy is far too young to be this eccentric. It's like, who does this? Who builds a Porsche? It's an absolute beautiful looking car. Really well put together. And Ari, well, we know he can pedal.
And he was faster than Marcus Van Click in the first stage, but not as fast as Tim Mackesy.
Tim Mackesy, that's awesome.
Local lad. And he's been a bit of a slow starter at Otago, but not this year.
Yeah.
It's fastest up awesome. Before he Gorge, but look at Ari working his way up the hill there.
Well, it's going to be a crowd favourite, I feel. I mean, a Porsche sounds so cool, such a different sounding car.
And with so much horsepower on these more open roads, he'll really be able to...
Yep, can't wait to see him on that fast stuff. He looked pretty confident too, didn't look like he was afraid of it. And his first little result that he had was pretty good too, from memory.
I don't think anyone would ever call... he's never lacked confidence.
Oh, no, Ari's very confident.
So Andy Martin, Matt Hayward, current leaders of the Rally Challenge four-wheel drive class. Fantastic start. Andy obviously woke up the right side of the bed this morning.
Yeah, I mean, good boy, Andy. That's great to see. And, of course, Matty Hayward, no slouch in the driver's seat as well.
No, absolutely. And these boys, they just love going rallying. They love it.
They'd have some fun. Yeah. Gosh, they'd have some fun.
Absolutely. So this car here, I think this is an ex-Paddon car at one point, Robbie Lester.
That's right.
Yes, then Jack Williamson. And so it's fairly good pedigree. And Andy just adding to that Rally Challenge four-wheel drive class is just going to be... Well, all the Rally Challenge classes, you look at the Group A Challenge, those boys are flying.
Yeah.
And what about the stack lineup in the two-wheel drive field?
I know, fantastic. We've got such a... I'm absolutely stoked with how many cars that have lined up for the NZRC this year. You're always a teeny bit worried with what's going on at the moment, but fantastic to see so many people commit.
So this is Eugene Crune, Philippe Delroux. I mean, they might as well just get Kiwi passports.
I really think they should, yeah. I'm happy to sell them a property in Bookie somewhere. Maybe a couple.
Great to have these guys, regular visitors. And Vivek from MRF saying he'd love to get Clinky up to run some MRF tyres in Europe. It'd be awesome. We're a bit selfish here, Vivek. I think we're going to keep him down here because we don't want to send the car away for that long.
No, we love the play. Vivek's all about the noise, though. He always has been. He loved my car, obviously, because of the sound.
Yeah. So this is Shane Van Gisbergen, Jack's Ridge winning car.
Yes, that's right.
And then fell into the hands of Brian Green.
That's right. Greenie drove it for a couple of seasons and loved it. Shane-O loved it. He told us it was a cool car. And, of course, Choice Performance built that car. Or Rally Out, sorry.
Yep. Julian Longley, Fleur Pedersen, over from Vanuatu. And again, might as well hold a Kiwi passport for him out. We see Julian, although...
Yeah, we'll have him.
I think a bit of a quieter season on the cards as he looks towards probably the Silver Fern Marathon at the end of the year.
Budgets, I mean, gosh, if we had unlimited budgets, I guess everyone would be doing it. But yeah, that Silver Fern definitely bucket list sort of thing.
Yeah. So Julian was the international champion, international trophy winner last year.
Had, of course, one little mishap, remember, and
rather public one, Bay of Plenty.
Bay of Plenty, sorry, that's right. Yeah. Great to see him back, though.
So we're just going to go to a replay.
That's right.
Oh,
no.
You're joking.
That's not good.
Might need to talk to the team at Cream Insurance about that one.
Well, I think that will be an insurance claim.
So this will be... Welcome back to the championship to Duncan McCrosty. Greg Fitzgerald alongside. This is the Volkswagen Polo proto car, so the Mitsubishi running gear, drivetrain, suspension, etc. Fairly well developed, this car, in the hands of Shannon Chambers, Andy Martin,
good
Scott Simpson.
No, our static camera. Our static camera brought to you courtesy of The Rock.
Lucky we put the signs by the other one, right?
Exactly. There's our Brian Green sign, look at that.
Yeah, MRF tyres in there as well. And of course New Zealand Tourism, the supporters of the Otago Rally, which is fantastic. And why wouldn't New Zealand Tourism get involved with rallying? What a way to showcase the country. Look at the number of people that are here. Just
internationally, yeah, exactly. Be interesting to see our live stream audience, actually. I know we do get a lot of international people watching it. Don't forget to comment on the page. If you're there, flick a like. We'd love you to share us as well. So share us out to your friends.
So another of our international visitors now. This is Nelson Law, Antonio Coracalo. Back, we saw them in 2024, 2025. They went off. They won the Vanuatu Rally Championship. And now they're in the ex-Jack Hawks with AP4 Toyota Yaris.
Great car.
How good to have these guys back.
Fantastic.
Just off the back of Toby Price in special stage number 1.
That's pretty good. Pretty good start.
Rallying in New Zealand's so different to what they do.
Vanuatu, yeah.
I mean, our roads are unique, and so they're just a driver's paradise, but they reward so much commitment.
Having just actually, we went there for Christmas over to Vanuatu, and yeah, gee, their roads are definitely something a little bit
different.
different.
The door of a Porsche on a rally stage. How's that, Ari?
Pretty fast. Yeah, it's a quick stage, that one. So it's the first stage this morning was real tight and twisty, so we sort of took it pretty easy. We haven't really driven this car much, so still trying to learn how to drive it. But no, it was a lot of fun through there, and yeah.
And it's pretty wide.
So Harry Silcock, another of our rookies, a second-generation driver, Mark Greenwood alongside. This is the same Mitsubishi Evo 6's father campaigned for so long, John, before he moved to the RX-7. But Harry, a young up-and-coming talent,
great
getting the
pace. Backed off a teeny bit for that left-hander, but that'll just be a confidence thing, you know. Nice over the bridge. It's a teeny bit soft in the setup.
Well, when Dad gives you the keys to the car, you don't want to scratch it, right?
No, you don't. I wouldn't know. My dad never gave me keys to any cars.
Yeah. He'd seen your form, but he was fourth fastest in special stage number 1. It's 1.2 seconds off Willie Horse. It was an impressive performance.
That's
from
fantastic
Willie,
start. Yes, Willie did great.
In the Toyota Celica GT4. So we see Sam and Matt Broadbent, one of the junior scholarship winners that the Otago Rally offer. So that helped encourage them down for their first.
Yeah, great to see them.
Attempt.
First South Island round for them.
Mitsubishi Evo 7.
Of course, Dad used to do a bit of rallying back in the day.
Still does.
Mate, Andy, back in the Subaru, how's it going?
It's good, mate. I've got a cool suit for the first time ever. So for an old fella, mate, I'm cool. So just getting into it, Paul. Just taking our time, mate, and easing in. But the roads are just fantastic. So
that cool suit must be pretty good. You're sweating a lot less than Hawkswood is.
Yeah. No, everyone's raved about them. So I'm glad I've got it today, even though it's sort of heading into winter. But no, look, just fantastic. Good getting back in the seat, and looking forward to a good day.
Excellent. Have a good.
Richie Dalton and Matt Kieran's back in the New Zealand Rally Championship. Brand new car for Richie, and this is an absolute hot rod of an Escort. And look at it, he's
Jeez,
all
that
over
was
the road.
wide, wasn't it already?
Some 350 odd horsepower of this.
That's more than my car, eh? That's amazing.
Sequential gearbox.
Through two-wheel drive. And Richie's no slouch, you know, he definitely loves to throw a car around. Sequential, didn't that sound cool?
Not shy over the bridge, that's for sure.
And back up it. Yeah. Nice. He had a little break. I think he's probably like, I shouldn't have braked. We do that, eh? So I could have taken that flat.
Always better to say I could have taken that flat.
Well,
I shouldn't have taken that flat.
Shouldn't have taken it flat. Cool car. Chris Meek, obviously, raved about it. He got to drive it in the shakedown.
Yeah, so we see Matt Wright and Steve Lloyd. So the old throwback livery to Colin McRae.
555. Beautiful.
Great to see Matt back out. I think we'll see him in the co-driver's seat a bit more through the season with young James McIver, but couldn't miss 50th anniversary.
Oh, it's nice and close to that bank on the outside. Yeah, cool looking car. Of course, a car that I grew up watching really in the 90s. Colin McRae, 93, 94, 95 from memory. Rally New Zealand winner.
So just digesting some of the rally challenge times through this stage. James McIver in the H6, who we saw third car on the road.
Yes.
6.8 seconds faster than Caleb McDonald, still the leading rally challenge car. 7.7 seconds faster than Grant Blackberry. 9.6 seconds faster than Thomas Paul. 12.8 seconds faster than Andy Martin.
Holy.
So what that means is Caleb now leads the rally challenge by 5.7 seconds over Andy Martin. James McIver up to third in the H6 Subaru.
That's impressive.
Obviously,
Awesome.
a few times still to come through, the likes of
Yes.
saw Harry Silcock and
Yes.
a few guys. This is Tim and Lauren Mackesy. So they're currently leading the open two-wheel drive class. Storming run up Waipori Gorge. I mean, this would be a little bit trickier because this is still in homologation. Tim chasing a bit more competition in the open two-wheel drive class. Up against some real hot rods.
Yeah, definitely. But, I mean, look how tight he is. You know, that's where he's getting his ground speed from. You've got to keep these cars straight.
And he came along and leaped. We saw him at Whangarei at the end of last year. He was absolutely on a mission.
He was on it, yeah.
One little mistake led to a puncture that ultimately ruined the result, but he was the MRF driver of the rally there.
That's right, and well deserved.
Absolutely. He was on a mission, and he is again here. So, as I said, last season he was a little bit slow to start.
Just learning.
Yeah.
Learning the car.
Actually, it might have been the year before, but he's definitely not this year.
No, on it. That's fantastic.
So this is Sean McAloon, Matthew James. We've got 4 Australian Irishmen who've come over to kick off the Rally Challenge two-wheel drive class in these hot rod escorts. We've seen Richie Dalton. This is Sean. We've also we'll see Michael O'Hagan and Glenn Elkhorn before too long. It's great to have these guys over, and these cars are works of art.
Yeah, they're beautiful. You look at them in the service park, and it's just like they're just perfect. You know. Beautiful sound.
Yeah, slightly different note to the PDA, but so reminiscent, isn't it? Like
very much so.
If we didn't think that we knew what we were talking about, giving you some information.
Oh, I would have thought it was a PDA, mate.
Plenty of power. That hill won't even feel like a hill in those cars, will it?
Straight up there. Look at it. Nice and straight on the entry.
Yeah, but tidy as fast. There's no doubt about that.
This is true. Maybe not fun.
Sideways
is fun.
And yes, that is a Suzuki Swift you're seeing coming down the hill. Sean Haggerty, Bella Haggerty with all the Subaru running gear out of the old Brutus.
Is it Sabuka or something? What does he call it?
Suzuki Sabuki.
Sabuki. That's it. Sounds pretty cool.
Yeah,
great lag.
Plenty of anti-lag going on.
Throaty lag.
Yeah, it's just so iconic with the boxer roar, the big
Simon
poppy
Bell's car.
anti-lag.
Reminded me of the noise. You know, Simon's anti-lag's always strong.
And another one like Simon's car, the replica liveries of tobacco companies that we no longer see.
Can't say what company it was, but
no. So Willie Hawes, Veronica Penny, third fastest in Special Stage 1 up Waipori Gorge.
That's pretty impressive.
The old Celica GT4 Willie, he's a bit of a mad scientist. He's a real good engineer, and this car is a bit of a rocket ship. So that's a great start. Veronica's second ever rally, and the first one was Westland. They did one stage, so that's a baptism of fire if ever I've seen one. But
definitely.
How cool to see the Celica.
Oh, speaking of throaty anti-lag, yeah, Celica's got a little soft spot for a Celica.
Yeah, absolutely. The ST185.
Didio Oriel, you know, just
Yuha can't get
it. Yeah, Yuha chucking
Carlos
in.
Sainz.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's not a bad little rundown, is it?
No, definitely. 3 of our heroes, that's for sure.
So, yeah, it'd be interesting to see, as I said, that first stage, very different in nature and quite where the results start to fall in special stage number 2 as well. But that time from James McIver is just massive.
It's impressive.
Harry Silcock, second fastest. So that puts him into third ahead of James McIver. But second fastest, like that is...
Welcome back to New Zealand. How was it in this amazing car?
Holy Mother of God. That was unbelievable. Probably no tyres left, but my God, it's got some grunt trying to hang on to it. look, we're just learning it, so we're just going to better ourselves in and work our way up. The first stage was gingery, that was a little better, but there's lots of fun.
You're pretty close to RD1, so you might have caught him up in this one.
I don't know, I'm not looking at the times, to be honest, but we'll just keep getting to learn the car and build from there.
Excellent, sounds amazing.
Yeah, no, it does. Can't hear it quite as good in here, but it feels fast.
A lot of carbon fibre when we look inside.
Yeah, it's good. Oshin's done a magnificent job, so it's a credit to him.
Great to have you back. Off you go.
No, I'm loving it, thank you.
We see Tom Clark. We saw Ray Wilson go past while we were chatting to Richie. Tom Clark coming down the hill. So in that Rally Challenge two-wheel drive, it was Glenn Alcorn fastest in special stage number 1, 5.5 seconds ahead of Richie Dalton, and then Michael O'Hagan. So it was a three-way
battle.
Well, an Irish-Australian escort domination. I don't know quite how to get that out any better. Rory Lawn in 4th in the Little Starlet, just half a second off Michael O'Hagan. Then Tony McConaughey in the supercharged Hayabusa Starlet.
That's a seriously cool car.
350 horsepower in an escort's crazy. Try at the start.
Going slow there, Duncan. Something wrong?
Oh yes, turbo pipes are coming off.
Right.
So now we've got no bloody pedal, but anyway.
I will let you go then with a few problems.
Yep. Okay.
Dunky, a man, a few words, but great to see him back in the Brian Green Property Group New Zealand Rally Championship. Fierce competitor. He's been in and out of the championship for some 30 years.
That's cool. 30 years, jeez.
So this is Michael O'Hagan and Ian Moynihan. So 3rd in that Rally Challenge two-wheel drive class at the moment. Another one of these absolute weapons of escorts. Just listen to him pulling the gears.
Yeah. 5-speed or 6-speed?
I'd say they'll all be 6 speeds.
6 speeds.
6 speeds. The trick,
chewing through the gears.
Trick Atlas axles with the Watts linkage in them.
Yeah.
2.5 litre engines. Yeah, quite the show, quite the spectacle.
Oh, nice and sideways there.
Hard up behind him, Tony McConaughey. You can hear that supercharged Hayabusa Starlet all weekend.
Yeah, you'll hear it in a second.
We'll flick to the camera of him. Yeah, there we go. So Tony McConaughey, Sarah Brennan, some 350 horsepower. Tony he's another mad scientist. He's a fantastic engineer.
Loves building cars, and he's so creative. We need people like that. New Zealand Rally, and so many people like that.
So normally heads up the Force Motorsport operation. Check out that.
That's awesome.
Breaking into wheels, but it's 6 gears.
You can almost see Sarah smiling from here, can't you?
Another former co-driver of yours. We should start a bingo card there.
I don't think I rolled with Sarah in the car. Whangarei. I think we came 4th overall from memory.
Oh, solid, cool. Sam Rositas, BB, Dylan Turner, 2027 Rally Otago and a Mark II Escort.
Oh, how cool would that be?
How good.
I'm driving.
To be fair, by driving in the Omega rental car, the headlights were slightly not adjusted, as they should be this morning, so we weren't setting any records coming in, that's for sure.
Well, if there's a night stage, you're definitely not doing it.
So we see Dan Haynes and Matt Priest out for some skids in the Mark II Escort, another one with the sort of modern power plant.
Looks like they're having a lot of fun.
How can you not? It's a Mark II Escort.
Exactly. Great speed through that corner, carrying that speed right up the hill. Little late brake, dip it in. Don't cut. Whoa. Look like you nearly cut.
With the back Escort, of the car. The way you can rotate them around, something like that is just so impressive.
You almost plug the front wheels into it. Oh, nice and sideways there too. Look at the camber of that corner. You know, as we're coming down the hill, you forget how beautiful the camber is.
So this is Glenn Alcorn and Johnny Charlson back again for their 3rd campaign in the Brian Green Property Group New Zealand Rally Championship. Varying levels of success, but Glenn certainly not shy of getting this escort up and running, is he? That's,
No, he definitely likes this ride around.
And, there's one thing he does not lack is bravery.
Little late break again. Nice and strong. Oh, geez, they all keep going for that. Did they not know Emma took a wheel off there?
So just hearing McRae Sloper stopped in stage 1, so that's a real shame. Long way to come for him. Down from Auckland, so that's...
oh, gee. Oh, that was a moment.
Oh, Andrew Sim, he's a hard charger.
That was definitely a moment.
His boy Caleb alongside him.
He's definitely trying.
Had a great run over at the West Coast a couple of weeks back at the first round of the Mainland Series. This is round number 2. Great to have those regional series, the North Island Rally Series, the Mainland Rally Series. A great way for competitors to get into series rallying and build up towards the Brian Green Property Group New Zealand Rally Championship.
Good way to get the miles. Looking nice and tidy up the hill.
So we'll see if we get a gap here. McRae was meant to be next. A real shame for him. We don't quite know what the deal was, but he was just saying he wanted a clean run. And, Chris Ramsey stopped as well. So,
oh, that's no good for Rambo.
So this will be Dave Strong and Rob Scott. Couple of wise lads. The Honda Jazz RS.
Nice chatting with Dave last night. He's really looking forward to this. 50 years.
Just listen to that coming down the hill. It's obviously not your standard 1300. The 3.5 litre supercharged V6 at the back for a rear-wheel drive Honda Jazz.
It's a cool car.
Basically, all they did is went, let's take a Honda Jazz and we'll use the headlights.
He's another mad scientist, isn't he, Dave Strong? Built a lot of cool cars.
Loves a project, loves something different, always wants to build something that no one else has got. He's saying all last year, a bit of a lack of competition in the class. We really need more cars in the class. And now he's going, I don't know, it's so good that these Porsches are turning up.
That'll push him, though.
Absolutely. And he's one of those guys that will always push himself. He was third fastest in the first stage, 12 seconds off that time of Tim Mackesy. Times through, and it's Ari Pettigrew 35 seconds faster than Tim Mackesy through this stage. So just that Porsche on the big open roads, and like Ari's never.
New car too, it's got a little bit more technology, hasn't it, realistically?
Yeah. So this is Gareth O'Hara, Jack Gibson.
Another cool sounding car.
Toyota Corolla, it's got the Duratec in it now. Car that I co-drove in 2005.
Did you really?
At the complete other end of the country in Rally of the North. But great to see Gareth out. He's a real charger. And it's a cool little car. It's Kerry Evans if you go way, way back.
Oh, yeah, okay, yep. Done a few rallies with Kerry over the days.
Yeah.
Long time ago. He'll probably be watching.
And this is Pierre-Henri Brunet, new co-driver this year, Sean Lockyer in the Skoda Fabia RS Rally 2. This is the latest and greatest of the Skodas. The other 4 cars we've seen are one generation behind. But Pierre has got the latest and greatest tool, and growing in confidence with this car. Only his 3rd event in it. And great to have him over from Vanuatu.
He's got his hazards on. I don't know if that's on purpose or maybe he's tapped the button. Yeah. I think it's on your steering wheel. So they look very similar but totally different under the skin, aren't they?
Yeah. He certainly looks like he's going okay there.
Yeah, he's definitely not got a problem. I think he's just flicked the button by accident.
And Pierre was actually the fastest of the Vanuatu drivers, just in behind Toby Price by 7 seconds in the first stage. So that's a good start.
That's really good.
So now we move to Dave Ollis, Gemma Ollis. It's interesting. If you want a little weird stat, stage 1 won by Robbie Stokes. Stage 2 won by Jack Stokes. The rally being led by Jack Hawkswood.
Yeah, how crazy is that? Didn't even win a stage. You can win a rally without winning a stage. It's nuts.
So we see Ian Warren, one of the local legends in the little this Impulsor, and the Rally Challenge two-wheel drive champion.
Wow,
Last year.
there you go.
Just focusing on a couple of local events this year, but it was fantastic to have Wazza in the Brian Green Property Group New Zealand Rally Championship last year.
It was. No play on words there.
Yeah. When you got to spit them all out, you don't think too hard about stuff like that.
It's a little bit tentative down the hill there, you know. Obviously, if you get the line wrong, that's where you're out in that loose stuff. You could see that as he came over that crest.
So just trying to figure out. We should have seen Josh Silcock here, who was he made it through stage one, but I'm pretty sure that is Jason Keach.
Mark 1.
Josh Silcock. Oh, he did lose 2.5 minutes in stage one, Josh. So that'll be why.
Drop back.
In that Rally Challenge two-wheel drive, Tony McConaughey second fastest to Richie Dalton in this stage.
How far behind was he?
9.5 seconds. Moves Tony up to 4.9 seconds behind Glenn Alcorn in second and third. So that battle's going to get more and more intense. This is Josh Silcock, guided by Ben Leach, the Ford Fiesta R2, and another one of those M Sport Fiestas that have been such a great driver development tool over the years, haven't they, Dylan?
Dylan Thompson was the one we forgot,
yes.
Who of course came from Fiestas.
Yeah, well, what's he ever done?
Well, we're going to find out this weekend, aren't we?
We absolutely, well, we're already starting to see it, aren't we?
Third or fourth, good on him.
At the moment, he's 22 seconds away from the rally lead. He's right in that fight. But Josh has obviously lost some time in that first stage, and he'll be fighting to make that time back up. But
it's looking pretty good there.
That Waipori Gorge was probably the one stage where this would be the weapon of choice when we get out onto these faster roads. They're limited in top speed, but man, he's carrying some speed up that hill.
Yeah, that was good speed up the hill, and you have to carry that speed. You just can't. I remember talking to Mark Tapper about these cars, and he said, like, great cars, but if you get your foot off the accelerator 2 days later to get back up to speed.
Yeah, and Josh come out of a 1300 start last year, which he absolutely dominated the mainland Class A Championship in. So he knows all about that, and it's really just taking
that corner speed,
taking it to that next level. So we see Brendan Cantwell in the Toyota Starlet. This thing's a bit of a rocket ship, turboed. Not quite sure what motor it is in it, but it ain't a 1300.
No. Looking good pace down the hill. You can definitely see that line, you know, where all the gravel's swept off now, and that's your nice grippy line. You stay inside that, you're nice and safe. Get outside it, it's anybody's guess, really.
Well, that's where it gets so tricky, right? Because you've got so much grip on that swept line, but if you push it, you get out in the loose, and it just gets worse and worse and worse.
It does, and it's normally the edge of the road. You know, it's all right if you're inside on the heavy gravel and you slip to that nice grip, but you get it the other way around. It's not fun.
And after some 20-odd years, it's a welcome back to the Brian Green Property Group New Zealand Rally Championship for Stumpy Holmes.
Stumpy.
Kevin Vince, the Ford Escort Mark II, this one with the Honda S2000 motor, the sequential gearbox. Running without notes, Kevin, a newbie to rallying, and yeah, what a way to start, right?
I know, with Stumpy. Holy smoke, you poor bugger.
Yeah, he'll be absolutely in for the ride of his life. Like,
yeah, he'll be loving it.
Stumpy, he's lost nothing. He's saying the last time he did this rally, he was 34 years old. His son's now 34 years old.
Oh wow, there you go.
But great to have Stump back.
Yeah, bit of a legend in rallying, you know. I mean, Pukekohe boy, along like me and Ben, we've claimed he's Pukekohe.
Stumpy was a Group N champion back in, I think, the late 90s.
Yes.
So much pedigree there, right?
Yeah, Subaru man, obviously back in the day. Then he went to Mitzi with
Dave Thexton.
Yeah, Thexton's car, and now
Rally Art car.
Rally Art, that's right, he did too. Did a season with Rally Art. Great peddler. kind of just as I was starting is when Stumpy was kind of finishing. We're still going. Great to see him back, though, after 20 years.
So this is Richard Galley, Claire.
Pierre, welcome back. Good morning.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
And how's the first couple of stages gone?
Sorry?
How are the first 2 stages?
First one was good. Second one is completely different from the first one. You need to have big beep for the second one. It was very good.
And how's the new co-driver going?
Very, very good. Can't complain.
He's got a nice bright helmet at least.
Very, very nice. At least I can see him.
Good point. Well, have a good morning. Lovely car.
Thank you very much.
And Pierre, another one that's always smiling, and how can you not be when you're in a rally car, right?
I know. Oh, geez, beautiful angle there. I tell you what, you missed it, Blair, but almost had a rear wheel off.
So this is Rory Lawn, Matty Sayers, expat Irishman now living in New Zealand, and another one in the Rally Challenge 2-wheel drive class. It's the Irish Mafia in that class.
It is.
Rory's been helping his Aussie mates get over here, and just listen to that Starlet scream.
And he is definitely not afraid of his car, man. I mean, he's flat all the way through that left-hander flat. Not even a lift, mate.
Not even a feather.
Oh, he's stonking in there. Big late break.
He knows that he's probably given away 150 horsepower to those escorts. So
Mate, he's trying.
There's only one way to keep up
Yeah,
when you got
flat.
this horsepower.
Yeah.
Very
Awesome, though.
impressive.
Look how long that crest is. You don't actually know when you're coming over that just how long it is.
No, so this is Kerry Sloan, Henry Raymond, another of the 1600 Starlets. So there's probably more of them now with 1600s, like Rory's car we saw before. That's a 1600.
Yes.
Got a
Gone
new sequential gearbox for this year too. And I mean, they're just magic to drive. I remember the first one I ever drove was your Evo 9, and I was like, oh.
With the sequential. Yeah.
Everyone tells you need to save up and buy a house. I said, no, you need to save up and buy a sequential.
Exactly.
I didn't even have a car to put it in, but I could have just sat there and go, cluck, cluck.
Well, there's that old saying, mate, you can sleep in a car, you can't drive a house.
Yeah. It's great to see Kerry out and fairly regular through the mainland series.
Little bounce on. Not quite pinned, but looks fast enough for me. Good speed up the hill, though. They can brake so late, the Starlets, because they're so manoeuvrable. They rotate so easy.
And it's accentuated by the fact that it's uphill there, right? So you can carry that when gravity's working with you.
Late as anything. You almost come in and you're thinking now, and then you go bang.
And another of our rookies in the Brian Green Property Group New Zealand Rally Championship. This is Rob Darrington. Not such a rookie with Mel Peden alongside him.
Yeah, no. Almost say has been, but he's still doing it.
Yeah, exactly. He'd probably tell you it never was been, but
yeah, true.
He's had a fair bit of success, Mel, over the years.
Might have been with me once or twice.
Yeah. How'd that go?
Not so good.
Hospitals are overrated anyway, but I mean, how good to see the Toyota Yaris. So this is not a GR Yaris Rally Cup car.
Yaris, right.
This is a Choice Performance Special. Quite a trick little car, this one.
It's a cool car.
A lot of good gear in it. Rob finding his way into gravel rallying after a lot of success in tarmac rallying sort of decade or so.
Yeah, definitely a name we've all heard of, that's for sure.
But, finding his way back into the whole lot. So he's...
I tell you what, he cut that corner pretty good. The camera dropped away a little bit, but he had a pretty good cut on the exit.
So he was the last of our cars within the Brian Green Property Group New Zealand Rally Championship. So I think we might keep a couple of lock-offs running but starting to get pretty light on batteries. We'll take the opportunity to thank Brian Green Property Group, MRF Tyres, Omega Rental Cars, Cream Insurance, of course Elevate Digital Assist too, keeping us looking like we know what was going on. So
Fault TV, of course, doing a fantastic job behind the scenes, and Central Machine Hire, 50 years, who'd have thought?
Quite incredible, isn't it? So
reminisce.
just hearing it was a little off for Josh Silcock, and then because he fell back the running order, he caught a car in here as well.
Oh, no.
Just a frustrating start to the day. Right?
Gosh. And he's got so far to go, but you don't want to let that upset your rhythm.
No, of course, those Rally Challenge cars just competing across the first day, so for points.
True.
So it's a little bit more of a sprint event for those guys.
Yes.
But we'll just have a quick rundown of some of the results. So it is Jack Hawkswood leading by a whopping 1/10 of a second over Jack Stokes. Robbie Stokes, sorry. Jack Stokes 6.4 seconds further back. Dylan Thompson in 4th. He's 22 seconds back. This is the NZRC four-wheel drive class. Quentin Palmer in 5th, 46.1 seconds away from Hawkswood. And Toby Price, a little bit further back, of course, the production-style car. He's got a bit of a battle on his hands with Pierre-Henri Brunet, just 3.6 seconds back, and another 5.6 seconds back to Nelson Law. So they've got quite a battle pack going on there. Duncan McCrosty with a fair bit of time loss. Almost 6 minutes back. So as we see the backside of Neville Kidd there, another of the Honda powered escorts, the same power plant as Stumpy Holmes.
Sounded really cool, that's for sure.
It definitely did. In the NZRC two-wheel drive class, Cat 2, it's Fuyuhiko Takahashi, 17.9 seconds ahead of Edgar Vigo Lopez.
You're doing good with those names, mate.
Yeah, well, they sound good to me anyway. That open two-wheel drive class, Zari Pettigrew, 34.7 seconds ahead of Tim Mackesy. Dave Strong in 3rd, 12.4 seconds back from Mackesy. Stumpy Holmes, just over 2 minutes off the ultimate pace, of course, running without pace notes. So
that's pretty good.
That's
Nothing
pretty good
wrong
going.
with that in the escort.
The Historic's a big battle there. Phil Macquarie, 8.9 seconds ahead of Mark Parsons. Mike Cameron there, coming in 3rd. We'll go to the classic two-wheel drive class, and it's, surprise, surprise, Dean Bewis, 35.1 seconds he's opened up over Ben Harding. Derek Asen in 3rd there, 9.8 seconds ahead of Tim McIver, as we hear a rather poorly sounding...
Yeah, that sounded like 3 cylinders to me.
Jared Parker, unfortunately, former Rally Challenge two-wheel drive champion. Paul Cross in 5th in that class, ahead of Roger Mackay and Pat Norris. And then we go to the Rally Challenge classes. So in the Rally Challenge four-wheel drive class...
Big class.
Caleb McDonald, 5.7 seconds ahead of Andy Martin, with Harry Silcock in 3rd. James McIver first to the Group A cars, sitting in 4th. Then Grant Blackberry, Thomas Paul. Willie Hawes dropping back a little bit to 7th on that stage, but it's all so incredibly close. Like, he's 7th and he's 23 seconds off the lead.
Yeah, crazy.
You start looking at the time behind next. 5.7 seconds first to second, 5.5 second to third, 3.2 to fourth, 2.8 to fifth, 4.5 to sixth, 1.7 to second.
All after 2 stages.
Yeah, Josh Keeley, he's in 8th there. James McDonald and Kevin Laird round out the Rally Challenge four-wheel drive field.
Just a great field. I mean, fantastic to have so many cars doing that.
And it is Richie Dalton leading Glenn Alcorn in the Rally Challenge two-wheel drive. Tony McConaughey slotting into 3rd ahead of Rory Lawn. Man, did he look impressive.
He did look good, yeah.
Michael O'Hagan in 5th ahead of Sean McAloon. And Josh Silcock down there in 7th. It's going to be a hard road back for him. He's just over 2 minutes further back.
Yep. So Richie's got good pace. I mean, we kind of knew he would be, and it's good to see him have some luck at last. I mean, after last time he was over here. Yeah, touch wood, true. Long way to go.
Still another 6 stages to go today. And then,
fair enough.
And James McIver leading the Group A Challenge over Thomas Paul by 7.3 seconds. Josh Keeley there in 3rd. James McDonald in 4th and Kevin Laird in 5th. The 5 of them split by 45 seconds, so that one's well and truly still to fight for.
Anybody's.
But that's where we're going to wrap up the live stream coverage from the Central Machine Hire 50th Anniversary Otago Rally. Again, a massive thank you to Brian Green Property Group, MRF Tyres, Omega Rental Cars, Cream Insurance, Elevate Digital Assist, the whole team that's brought this together. We'll see you again.
Stage 7. We'll
Stage
see you in
7.
a couple of hours. The sun is shining in the beautiful Otago, so go and watch a little bit of the V8s, but don't stay there too long. We need you back this afternoon.
Just after 1:30.